Oh, there
Yeah,
he is.
there he is.
We got Craig.
Craig.
All right, I guess gotta introduce ourselves, right?
I guess so. Welcome everybody
Welcome
to.
everybody to the Fish Tank. I'm Fish, and he's Tank, and he's dying. So this is also the finale of the Fish Tank.
Wait. Why did you say I'm dying? I'm not
Because you're
dying.
dying. You're dying. Yeah, that's why. That's why we have to stop doing the pod.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's sad.
Because you're dying.
I'm dying.
You have
A Dr. Pepper obsession.
you have generic white boy disease.
My doctor is Dr. Pepper.
Which is just making it worse.
I'm not gonna drink Dr. Pepper.
Oh no! Don't drink more, you fool! Oh God, Tank, you disgust me.
He has a PhD in everything. He got a PhD in feel good. He's Dr. Feel Good.
I thought he was Dr. Pepper.
No, that's his current name.
God, Tank,
It's like how
make up
Eminem
your
used to be Slim
damn
Shady.
mind.
And now Splash Mountain is now going to be Tiana's Bayou Adventures, segueing perfully into
Holy
our conversation
crap!
topic.
No, that segue! That was so good! Whoa! That segue went crazy.
Just coded like that.
Holy crap. Yeah, we're doing theme parks today.
Because it's cool.
Yeah, theme parks. They're one of my favorite things. If you're familiar with my channel, which I won't say the name of until the end of the episode, you know,
Cliffhanger, you know.
Yeah, I love me some theme parks. I did ranking videos for every Disney ride and every Universal ride. And
What was
Tank.
your S tiers
again?
What was your S tiers again?
I didn't do like tiers. I just had a ranking.
Oh, because I'm trying to remember. I swear I've seen that video, and I remember being like, "Oh yeah," because didn't you say like Indiana Jones sucks?
No, I didn't say Indiana Jones sucks. I just said I didn't want it to be like replace Dinosaur.
Oh,
because I think I think it's an inferior ride.
I agree.
It's a good ride, but I just feel like the like being in a car works better when you're like traveling through a prehistoric jungle compared to going through a temple. Like doesn't work as well for me. It's just like wouldn't you want to walk because the foundation is unstable?
Like we do know they're doing something with, like, it's not going to be the same Indiana Jones.
It's going to be a different Indiana Jones ride, which makes me think they're going to reuse a lot of the dinosaur assets and just have it be like through a jungle.
I mean, we do know it's supposed to be Mesoamerican themed, but that's
so
kind
through
of
a jungle.
They just keep the dinosaur hedgehog.
This is actually a good one to start
add
on.
a wild Indiana Jones.
That would be the best. Honestly, I would be down for that if it was exactly like Dinosaur, but it has like Dial of Destiny connections, so Indiana Jones just time travels in. It's like, whoa, how the hell did I get here? That'd be the best way to do it, I think.
This is a Bronchiosaurus.
Is that a Bronchiosaurus?
This must mean I'm 65 million years in the past.
Wow. I could kill Adolf Hitler and prevent the events of the first 5 movies. The first 5 movies. That's the entire series. I don't know what I was talking about. Also, the Nazis aren't in. They're not in movie 2 or 4.
Yet they're not in Temple of Doom, which is still just weird to me.
Temple of Doom sucks. Sorry, is this like a hot take? Temple of Doom is a bad movie. I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't think you're wrong.
I don't know what the Indiana Jones like opinions are, but I watched all 5 of them. I watched one a day, and Temple of Doom was the worst one. I'm sorry, it's bad. It's a bad movie.
I think it has some awesome action sequences, But
It
then,
has
like,
like a good action sequence. That
okay, maybe
minecart
you're
chase was on way too way too long. It's
maybe
like
you're
8
starting to
minutes.
reach here, buddy.
I just don't like it. It was like boring. It was racist. It was badly written. Like it had. I do have a compliment though. I like Short Round a lot. I like Short Round. He's a good little guy.
Good
Um,
kid.
the rest I don't care for. Anyway, uh, back on topic. This is how it works. This is how this pod works. We go off topic. You know, we're just kind of cool like that.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason they're turning Dinosaur to Indiana Jones is because you know, you got the ride vehicles that are
It's
the
easy and
same.
cheap. It's easy and
It's an
cheap.
easy, cheap change that they can hopefully get done kind of fast.
Oh yeah, they're
Uh,
that according to I pull my knowledge from someplace known as the WDW Magic Forum. So there's a lot of people who follow the city permits like better than I ever will.
yeah.
And they say like, yeah, they've already filed permits and everything to
Oh boy. Okay.
do the construction. So
That means
it's
I'll probably never write it again. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to get one more in before it changed. um, I think also part of it is that like it is just easy and cheap because like even like walking in through a museum that works for Indiana Jones.
yes.
Like you barely need to change the queue line. You just need to add a couple like Indiana Jones references in there and change the pre-show, and
Get
you're
rid of
set.
The Bill Nye
Yeah, get rid
monologue.
of Bill Nye and just put like an Indiana Jones related pre-show, and you're golden. Like, um, and then also like the whole like little Dino Land USA. That is so easy to change into just like an Indiana Jones location because it's already like weird old buildings and like it's kind of like a creepy little town, which feels like a place he'd stop. You know,
Okay, the okay, it's not
not the
that low
carnival
budget.
part. The I'm just saying though, it is like it's the easiest area to like transform into that.
Yeah, I'm saying like hold up, let's not try and say that this is that low budget.
I feel like it could be. You just need to change the signs, and it fits perfectly.
Because I myself was thinking it would be a bit more low budget, but like apparently that Encanto ride is going to be like an e-ticket, like a full new ride.
Okay,
Which
but that's not related to Indiana Jones. I'm just
it's
talking
not
about
real.
the Indiana Jones thing is gonna be like a cheap job, I feel like.
Yeah, it's. I assume it'll
I
be
have a hankering. I have a hunch in hankering.
like I do think that it's going to wind up being like Guardian. It's like when they did Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be closed for like 6 months and then it'll be open.
6 months.
6 months.
I mean, hey, that's better than like Splash Mountain being closed for like 6 years or
Oh my
whatever it
gosh,
was.
yes.
How long was it? It was something like
Uh,
that. Like 5 years. It was a
no,
long
about a
time.
year and a half.
It was longer than a year and a half, Tank.
Well,
Shut your
because
mouth.
I was there last January, and they were closing Disneyland Splash Mountain at the end of last January.
Oh, I'm talking Florida.
I
Because
don't
that's
know when they closed the Florida one. I do
I
know it
only
was open when I
I only
went there
go to
2 years ago.
Florida. I only go to Florida, and it's been closed like for ages.
When I was there 2 years ago, Splash was open for Florida.
Huh. Okay. Maybe it was shorter than I thought. I still think it took too
Yeah,
long for
way
what
too
that ride
long.
turned out
Like,
to
there's
be.
no way.
Should we discuss Tiana's Bayou Adventure real quick?
I mean,
Have you
sure,
seen the video, like the POV?
I have. It's
It's it's not great.
yeah,
It's not bad, but it's not great.
but it's not great.
um.
I'm not a
So look, I got like in advance. Like we haven't written it. We got we'll reserve a lot of judgment for when we eventually do write it. That'll be like when we can properly judge. Videos make everything look worse.
yes,
But that first room has nothing in it except one animatronic,
yes.
like awkwardly standing there at the end.
Like it's
It feels like, ironically, like the animatronics they do have are very impressive, top of the line. They look great, but they also look weirdly out of place.
hmm
Like
it
when I saw like the behind the scenes posts of them like making them, right? I was like, oh, these look fantastic. They'll look great in like the scenic town scenes. I didn't think we were gonna be in the woods the whole ride. Like they look weird in the like the just regular like just the Splash Mountain backdrops, and then you remove all the critters.
But to
So
like
it
make it a bit weirder, did you see there's like the one part where you shrink down.
yeah,
They have the 3D rendered Tiana, and I'm sorry that
it looks bad. It looks like a Disney Junior show.
yeah,
I get you wanted to I get why you want to make it like consistent with the animatronics, which have 3D,
which are
obviously
3D.
proportions, but like these are 2D characters. Like I don't know, like you can give it a pass for the animatronics, but like seeing them 3D animated is weird. It's not how these characters were meant to be seen.
Every day I thank. Every day I thank. Um, every day I thank Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for actually being 2D.
It's the best. I love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's one of my favorite like modern rides. Like
Such a
might be no, actually I forgot about Guardians, but one of my favorite modern rides for
which
sure.
Guardians was it? Cosmic Rewind.
Cosmic Rewind, yeah.
Love me Cosmic
You
Rewind.
gotta do Cosmic Rewind. It's so good.
So good.
It's peak, my liege.
But Your Honor, it
Um,
is peak.
Your Honor, it's peak. So good. We'll talk more about that later for sure. Should we just go like park by park?
I guess so.
Okay, for Florida, because like I am not familiar enough with Disneyland. I've only been there once, and it was like 2013. Like I there's so much I can talk about like what I do remember from there, which is mostly
Not much.
Cars. Cars was good.
Ours is good.
That's a cool land. Like that land is so well done.
And then they never did something as great ever again, except for Galaxy's Edge.
I disagree. I think they've done great things since then. I'm not on the Disney's completely fallen off train. They dropped the ball in a few areas, but like they still put out quality stuff. At least every once in a while. So I think they have sorry, they've done things on par with Cars a couple times. But anyway, I think Cars is a really good land. The ride is great.
Okay, yeah, I love that ride. I think I rode it like
Um,
twice when I was out there last time. Ooh,
though gotta say, nothing tops Luigi's Tilting Tires or whatever it's called.
oh, nothing does.
It's the best ride. Like like in general, like as a like just in the Disney pantheon, that's the best ride they've done.
It just
Um,
never can exist.
yeah. There's no topping it. It's Luigi's Tilting Tires. Um, and like the other thing I remember from so here's the thing. I literally don't remember anything from the main Disneyland area, probably because it's so similar
It's like Magic Kingdom,
to
yeah.
Magic Kingdom. I remember Mr. Toad. That's it though.
Mr. Toad is fun
That's a fun ride. I like that one. I like that you
because
go to
you,
hell.
yeah, exactly.
um,
It's my
but
practice run.
um, so yeah, I like that ride. I like but like I mostly remember California Adventure because it's the better park. Saw we. Um,
You did
and I
not just
and I,
say that.
look, I can go to the regular one anywhere. California Adventure is exclusive to California.
Yeah, and that's why
Yeah.
people don't like it. It's a park about California and California.
Okay, but it's not about California. It has the best land. It has It has Cali River Rapids. If it wasn't mid, like I just saying, it's got the cool Bear Mountain. Is that where Marvel stuff is? I don't. I think so.
Yeah, but it's not the
It's
rides.
still
It's just
there.
the only good part. You haven't been there. You haven't been there, so you can't talk.
It's true. I haven't been there, but I've seen it, and it looks fine. It could be better, but it looks fine.
The best part about it is the Pym Test Kitchen, the Spider-Man ride. It's fun, but it's all right.
The pause.
It's fun, but it's all right. They're lacking an actual big ride. Bob Chapek issue.
Don't they have Guardians though? They have a
Okay, yeah, true. They do have
Mission
Guardians, but then
Breakout. That's like the big like premier attraction of Avengers Campus.
which existed before Avengers
I
Campus
know it
existed.
existed before, and they kind of built it around it, but still, like that's the big one.
It's actually more like like Guardians of the Galaxy, is just on the corner of that land. It just in the corner. It's like tucked away.
Don't look at it. Look at the Spider-Man
Look
animatronic.
at
It
this.
flips across the buildings.
Okay, that is cool show though.
It's so cool. Yeah, I've seen it. Like, I remember like seeing like just like the tests and stuff. I was like, is that they going for that?
The Doctor
It's
Strange show
sick.
they have though is nothing to be excited about though. It's not good.
Interesting. I'll need to look all that up. Anyway, back to Florida. What part should we start with? I guess we were already talking about Magic
Magic
Kingdom, so
Kingdom?
start
Yes.
there. Great. So my we'll close out Tiana's Bayou Adventure thoughts. I don't I don't get the outrage about changing it to from Splash Mountain to Tiana's, like just off concept, you know. We'll talk about the ride itself. Sure, I get why people would be very disappointed with it from what I've seen, but I think like changing it from Splash Mountain to Princess the Frog is fine because ignoring the racism thing entirely, not a single person in the world has any connection to Song of the South. No one. And if you say you do, you're lying. People have a connection to Splash Mountain. They have a connection to the characters thanks to Splash Mountain, not Song of the South.
Yeah, but not Song of the South.
So like it is a brand that does not exist and no one cares about.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
changing
like what
it
you
to something better is a fine idea, especially like in Magic Kingdom. I feel like that's where most of the Disney princess rides should go anyway.
yes.
So I think it fits there. And yeah, Splash Mountain. I love Splash Mountain, but I love it because it's Splash Mountain and not
Not because it's Song of the South.
not because it's Song of the South.
Yeah, and I
So
honestly I actually really like that's a good way to put it. I mean, like you can technically say that with Roger Rabbit's cartoon. Actually, no, that's incorrect. People love Roger Rabbit.
true, yeah. A lot of people
But to
like
be honest,
Roger
that
Rabbit.
that ride
I
got we'll
haven't seen
talk
it
about it
yet.
later.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch Roger Rabbit. It's been on my watch list for like 9 years.
It's not what you think it would be.
Oh, I know it's rough, but that intrigues me more. I know it's risque. Anyway, yeah. So continue on, yeah, what you're saying.
What was I saying?
Oh, Tank, you and your
I like the
dying
idea of
brain.
it. I like the idea, honestly, of changing it, but I'm also just kind of sad because it is just erasing something that was just in a morally gray area. But honestly, maybe that's just the best way to go, which is how things are.
Yeah, it was like obviously like I don't know how much I agree with like the political side of the motivations to change it. Um, but I think like changing it isn't really a bad thing. Like we'll get to a ride later where it was something and they changed it. I think you know the one I'm talking about that like pisses me off. Spoiler alert, it's Frozen. Um,
Oh yeah,
we'll
Nordstrom.
we'll we'll get there. We'll get to my anger with that one. But for Splash, I don't think it's as egregious.
Yeah.
Even if the ride looks a little mid, it's still gonna be fun because Splash
Yeah. Okay,
Mountain
I do gotta
is
say, it's funny how like the big drop is just like, oh, you're dropping now. Hooray!
I know, yeah, like, I feel like the main thing everyone agrees on is that they needed to play, Friends on the Other Side as you were going up the last, like, drop.
Yeah, that drop.
Like, I know it's supposed to be, like, canon, so Facilier is dead, but also Ray is singing in the background, and he's supposed to be dead too, so I don't know, have your cake and eat it too, I
You
guess.
need it too, I guess.
I don't know. You could have figured something out.
Yeah.
You could have had him come back from hell and try to kill people.
You don't necessarily need to follow canon as much as, like,
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
don't.
Like, I feel like everyone agrees that like a loose retelling of the movie would have been better,
Yeah.
and I agree
I mean,
with
that's
that.
pretty much how every single Fantasyland ride is, anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would have preferred that as well. Um, yeah. And okay. We'll finish Tiana with a song. With a song.
Yeah, that was so it. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's fine.
Magic Kingdom, though, it is just so massive.
It's huge. It has there's no way we're talking about every ride. Let's just knock out the highlights. So, here, this is a good one. Tank, what's your favorite ride in Magic Kingdom?
Seven Dwarves, because it's the only like one that really
Shoot.
makes it different, in my opinion. Like, it's nothing special. Just I think it's because when I think of Magic Kingdom rides, I just think of the Disneyland ones because I more so grew up with
True.
Disneyland.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, well, like with the like just including all the Disneyland rides, what's your favorite? Like, even if there is a duplicate.
Big Thunder, I love Big Thunder.
All right, but I pegged you for a big Thunder man. Uh, me,
Please don't
I'm
beg me.
team. I'm Space Mountain. Don't say that. I'm Space Mountain. I'm a Space Mountain enjoyer.
Space Mountain is just classy.
It is like the definition of my vibe. Like the retro sci-fi
I
aesthetic,
love,
just like it works for me so hard. I love it so much.
I love it when
And
they actually like do a good job with like
I am
retrofuturism.
fully rooting for the next Disney park movie to be Space Mountain. I don't know what the story would be. I just think it would look cool.
Oh, if they're making a Tower of Terror movie,
That adds up. That doesn't surprise me.
Takia Waititi's directing.
Oh no! Get him
So
out of there
moral of the
before he
story.
hurts a trans person.
I am
Oh boy.
not excited for that.
Yeah, Taika had like the hardest fall from grace, man.
I don't know how he
Like
just
he had the double like banger streak of Ragnarok and Jojo Rabbit, and then he just fell off a cliff and
Did you hear
plummeted.
about his movie Next Goal Wins?
Yeah, that's why I did that's why I did the trans joke. Did you hear what he said about his Star Wars movie?
No.
He just said he's gonna piss people off with it. Like that's his
Oh,
goal.
that's genius.
Which is like, okay, to be fair, it's not hard. Star Wars fans are like whiny little babies and they get mad at everything. But like
Very
also, I
true.
don't know, it shouldn't be your goal.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't make the fandom that's gonna make you money mad.
I mean, they get mad if they get mad and they want to boycott if like a woman says that she is a woman. So I don't know. Oh, Star Wars. We'll get to Star Wars later. I'm excited to talk about some Star Wars later on in this episode.
Yes, Star Wars is
But we'll
the
get
theme.
there. Getting ahead of ourselves. Get ahead of ourselves, Tank.
Ah, sorry.
God. Okay, what's your favorite land in fantasy and Magic Kingdom?
If Tomorrowland was actually good, it would be the best.
Do you bite your tongue? Tomorrowland's great.
When I last was at it, it was still like getting the paint job, so it was still looking a little rough around the
Okay,
edges.
I get that. It's great in Florida though.
I assume now, like I
It
saw
look
the new
it
colors and I'm
looks
like, that makes me
fantastic.
jealous.
It looks so good. Because I was just there last year. It's
Oh,
so good.
I bet.
No, okay, we were there during the Halloween party, the
Ooh.
Mickey's Not So Scary, and so it was like it was night, and my parents wanted to do Tron. I tried out the little display vehicle. I didn't like it. It was super uncomfortable, so I didn't ride it. So I used that time just to walk around Tomorrowland. It was amazing.
Really, it has such beautiful, like, it's such a beautiful idea, retrofuturism.
It's so good. Like I just walked around, checked out the gift shops. I got like I ate some ice cream. It was amazing.
Good ice cream.
I complimented a guy on his costume. He was dressed as Hades, and he did his hair to like look
Ooh.
like the flame. It was so cool. It was so cool. It was great. Yeah.
I had a
So
friend who
that.
recently went to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. He said just you get like infinite treats pretty much. Like it's
Yeah, I just don't have that. I don't have that big a sweet tooth. So
neither do
Yeeks.
I. It's
So yeah, I like when I go to theme parks. I'm like I'm in it for like the cuisine. You know, I want
the
like
cuisine.
the proper meals. um.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you ever eat
Tomorrow.
in Beast's Castle?
I did. I don't remember the food though. I was too young.
Ah, me too.
So I have no idea how it tasted.
I just remember my mom
I
would get like
remember
the trip
I
book. So
remember
like
it was sick. Like the actual like the restaurant was really cool. I just don't remember the food. I remember I tried the gray stuff. It was delicious.
it was delicious. Yeah, I was about to say that because like my mom had a like trip book where she just wrote down like everything that we did.
Get the gray
And
stuff.
that's pretty much yeah, that's pretty much what she said. She said like my older sister got the gray stuff and it was delicious. And that's just what I remember.
Quote Lumiere.
Okay, New Fantasyland honestly is really cool.
I like it. I think it's
But
a I think it is an improvement. Because it was one of the lands I was the least like it still is like one of my least favorites in Magic Kingdom. Though I actually don't think that's due to its content itself. It's just the fact that it is like the most crowded area always.
yeah,
So I want to go anywhere else.
I do
It's just
say
like a
though,
sea of people whenever you go in there.
like do you know about like okay, this news like flew under my radar, but the new Frontierland they're doing.
I yeah, I heard about it. I don't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head.
Well, that's apparently where Encanto was originally going to be, and like you can see, there's like a tracking thing from WDW Magic about
Yeah.
what was going on during that development, and they're pretty much were like, well, we can do Encanto, we can do Coco, we can do Cars,
Cars.
and so they've been juggling. Encanto was moved, I think Coco's staying, but the one park that I am crying for is the Villains Land. If they do that, like the Villains Land, that idea sounds sick.
I just have no idea what it would like what the ride would be.
Well, actually, like here, like hold up, let me cook here. Disney
Okay.
does something that's a bit more thrill once more, not too much, but lean a bit more in its direction. And
That would
like
be cool.
the main
That would f
focus,
yeah.
but like
Continue.
the main e-ticket ride, everything like would be another mountain ride, and it would be Chernobog's Mountain from Fantasmic.
Whoa.
Like
Oh, boy. Ooh.
it's not superbly it's not like superbly iconic or well known, but it's something to where like it's people will see that and go, "What is that?"
That would be really cool. I just don't know. I don't know if
What
they
they
do
do,
it. It's too grotesque and scary, but like, oh, it would be so cool.
but then like imagine like I think it would probably just have like a water ride or something
I'm okay with that. I like boat
as a
rides.
secondary thing. But just imagine the walk around encounters where you just interact with some of like their iconic classic villains. Like there's not many you would, but like Maleficent and the evil queen.
Gaston.
Gaston.
Dr.
Gaston would be
Facilier.
so funny. Imagine
I would
Kronk. Imagine walking around this dark, like it would be like a dark and twisted with like the
all
like
the
the
spooky
cartoon
imagery, and
black,
then
and then
Kronk just
Kronk.
shows up. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Nice to see you. That would be amazing.
Like
Yeah, I'm curious to what a villain's land would be. I can't picture it, so I'm like, I don't know. But it could be so cool.
it's someone they've always
They
like
do
it's been
if they
talked
do
about.
Bald Mountain, that would be sick.
Where's
It'd be
Bald Mountain from?
that's Chernobog's Mountain.
Oh, I forgot that's what it was called. It's
Night
called
on Bald
Chernobog.
Mountain. That'd be
Like
really, really cool.
Yeah, and, like, I think
Um,
what's pushing them to finally do this land is because Universal's doing a Monsters Land. It's like, we
you're
should use
right.
our
You're totally right.
so it's
That is absolutely what they're going for.
they wanna compete with them on that.
Yeah, I agree.
And just
Interesting.
imagine the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, like,
Oh, I
things
know,
they
that
could
would be
do.
the most crowded area, which sounds good to me, so I can do everything else.
However, the cutoff, though, is that it sounds like they would be gutting well, not gutting, but decreasing the rivers of America like they did in Disneyland. Even though, like, they have the
That's
space.
kind of already started, actually, I
How?
believe. I don't think the ferry is, like, going as much.
Not surprised.
Like, I think they're kinda, like, conditioning people already to be like, "Hey, this isn't gonna be there for much longer." So, like, everyone's, like, already speculating that something's going on there.
Yeah, it's I hope they stick to villains, like, we know when Kanto was moved and, hey, Coco's gone from Mexico. The Coco is not happening in the Mexico pavilion anymore.
Thank God!
What?
Sorry, sorry. That's aggressive.
So loud. I I want 3 Caballeros to stay.
Yeah, the Mexico again, going ahead a little bit, Mexico Pavilion is my favorite World Showcase pavilion, I don't want them to change it at all. Leave it.
It's
Leave
so
it
cute.
completely alone. Leave it. Um, anyway, okay, so I juggle between my favorite land in Magic Kingdom a lot. Oh, you never said what yours was, you just said you didn't like Tomorrowland.
Okay, like, honestly, with nowadays, I'd love Tomorrowland a lot more, but I just haven't visited it with Tron. But,
Mm,
like, if that Villains Land happens, it would be the Villain Land.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, so I bounce between Tomorrowland because I just love the vibe, and Adventureland
Ooh.
because once again, I love the vibe, and also pirates.
The only thing is Pirates is so short in Florida.
It's so good though.
It's just it's always good. Pirates is always good. But just I don't like that it's so short.
It is short, I know. Also, they did a thing that bugs me.
What?
Well, you see, they added a woman to it. No, no, that's not the problem. um,
We
they
see.
they removed the like the mist screen where Davy Jones appears.
Oh.
I don't know why they did that.
Have you seen the Shanghai Pirates ride?
It's crazy. I prefer
So
ours, but
crazy.
it's crazy.
So crazy.
Like it feels a little over the top, but like in a way where I'm like, I want to do it. Yeah. So yeah, I love pirates. I like the redhead. She's hot. So there you go.
Yeah, I
that,
agree.
that's
Plus
my.
played by Margot Robbie.
Is she?
Yeah,
Shoot. Interesting.
in the movie
That
they're gonna
explains a
do.
lot. Oh, oh, yeah. Are you reckoning that the redhead's gonna be the main character in this movie?
Oh yeah, I think that's been confirmed.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Interesting. Okay. Um, yeah, I love Adventureland. I like the vibe. I feel like it feels like Indiana Jones.
It
Um,
does.
in a cool, even though it's like got direct Pirates of the Caribbean ties. Um, it has the so I we ate at the Adventure Club restaurant, something like that.
Hmm.
Um, it's really cool. Like there's a lot of detail in there, and the food was pretty good. But I mostly want to talk about my so first my biggest compliment. Get this, the bathroom. Let me let me describe this to you. Okay, so first off, to get to the bathroom, you have to go through like a hidden entrance in a bookcase. Hidden in quotes. You go through a bookcase to get to the bathroom. Then you go in the bathroom, and at the urinal where you stand, at eye level, they got a newspaper that has Adventureland lore written on it, where
Whoa.
it talks about how it's like accounting the life of some adventurer, and it like name drops a bunch of the attractions. Like they're all actually in the same world. It's really cool. There's like an
No, that
ad for
is
the Jungle
cool.
Cruise in the corner. It's amazing. It's so cool. I love it so much.
I love Imagineers.
It's so fun. Yeah, so that was cool. Yeah, so Adventureland might be my favorite just for that like interconnected aspect. But Tomorrowland also has it thanks to the People Mover.
I love People Mover.
It's so
I'm
cool. They need to do more
the
things
fact
like that.
it's not coming. The fact it's not like it sounds less and less likely that it's coming to like they're bringing it back in Disneyland is a crime.
Cope, we have it.
Don't make me sad.
It goes through Space Mountain and you can't see anything. 10 out of 10. Oh my god. Oh, that was another thing we did. Is that during the Not So Scary, they turn out all the lights in Space Mountain
Ooh.
and they like blare horror music. It was really good.
Oh, don't they do like they used to do the Alien one, right?
What Alien Encounter?
Well, no, like the aliens from outer space. They project aliens from outer space for like the Halloween thing. Because remember, it scared the crap out of me when I was younger.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think they did used to do that. This time they just turn out all the lights and they play scary music really loud. It was sick. It was it was really it was really good. Like take they turn out the lights in the tunnel at the beginning.
Hey, but I like those lights.
I know, but like it was just so ominous. It feels like you're on a ride that shouldn't be ridden. It feels cursed. It was cool. And it helps that
Ooh,
Space Mountain is so long that it feels like you're on a torture machine.
you're being tortured.
It was cool. Yeah, highly recommend you do that if you get the chance.
I might. You know what? That sounds awesome.
What are some
I have a
other
dream. I have a dream going there more often.
yeah, maybe after you come back from the dead.
Maybe when I come back, yeah.
Let's see. Should we should we move parks cuz Magic Kingdom is my least favorite park. So
It's pretty
should we
boring.
move on?
Let's go in order of when they opened. Let's do Epcot.
All right. Epcot. Move on to the best park. Ooh, did I say that out loud? Oh
Nice.
geez. It's the best park. Freaking sue me.
It would have been the best park if they didn't
It's
cancel
in
the
a
renovations,
it's in a state of kind of like whack disrepair right now.
which is
Um,
lame.
but like in spite of that, it's still the best park. And I'm
Eh.
not gonna lie, I didn't really like the look of those renovations.
Okay, there were some parts I
Like
really loved.
they were cool, but like they kind I feel like they zapped a lot of the charm out of Epcot. So now that they're not happening, that charm is preserved.
Well, I mean, like, there's a thing where I just went into one of the like new innovations buildings,
I did
and
that
like
too.
on the floor is one of
They had like a scale model.
yeah, is a map of like the original Epcot city plans.
Yeah. Yeah, those renovations looked fine. They wouldn't have, like, bugged me. I just I prefer how Epcot looks normally, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's a charm to it that just it wasn't, like, replicating or enhancing it. I would prefer at this point for them to just, like, clean it up, honestly. Like,
Ah.
that would be ideal for me. Like, just touch it all up, repaint, make Figment not broken, and I think we'd be
Okay.
set.
Okay. We'll say the one good thing about the canceled renovations, it gives us more time with Figment
Yeah, that's a great thing.
because like it sounded like more like they were going to get rid
That's
of him
so
again,
great. That's great. I love Figment so much.
replace him with Inside Out. Oh no,
Tank, I love Figment so much, Tank. He's my favorite.
maybe a bit too much.
Sorry. Anyway, let's talk about a good ride, like Finding Nemo. Sorry.
Finding Nemo.
I couldn't
Okay,
even
I'm
say that
sorry.
with a
They
straight
need to get
face.
rid of that. I'm sorry. They need to get rid of that aquarium.
No! Get rid of Finding Nemo, keep the aquarium.
I'm sorry, the aquarium is pretty boring.
You clearly are not a Tank. Our podcast is called The Fish Tank. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I'm sorry, it's an
The
aquarium. It's
aquarium is
pretty
peak.
boring.
It's peak.
Nuh-uh.
Nothing brings me as much joy as walking through that damn aquarium, including the last trip where all the fish were gone. I still had a blast.
Look at all the water.
Yeah, it was weird actually. Like, there's that big room where there's just like the huge tank. Half of it was just empty. Like you look at one side of the wall, there's nothing there. The other side's abundant. I don't know what was
That's
going on.
interesting.
Very weird, but like I don't know, it's peak. So there.
Like, it seems fun, just I don't know, like, at a Disney park, I feel like
I
it
think
just
they
it's
should. Well, you got to keep in mind also Epcot is also the edutainment.
yeah. Well, not anymore, Bob Chapek.
Yeah, so I want to keep as many of those edutainment roots as I can. Which is why I think we should replace Finding Nemo with the original ride where it was just fish.
You just watch fish.
Yeah, I would like that more because the Finding Nemo ride sucks.
It's the Finding Nemo ride in Disneyland is a million
Why
times better.
is there a song, Tank? Explain to me why there's a song. The Finding Nemo characters don't sing. It's not a musical. It is a
Okay.
movie with no songs.
Well,
I know there's the musical
somewhere.
show. Okay, yeah, but that's Randy Newman singing. Just here, you know what? Peak ride. Make it the aquarium ride where you're just looking at fish and just play Somewhere Beyond the Sea. There. I made
That
it
is
great.
actually
You're welcome.
it's I think it's an alright idea.
Yeah, thank you. I'm great.
Like, okay,
People wouldn't be mad.
I do get why they
Leave the seagulls out front. They can stay, but the rest can change.
like, I do honestly, I get why, like, they'd keep it
Also, I
because
agree.
it is
I should
one
say
of
I
the biggest
agree that the
aquariums.
Disneyland Finding Nemo.
I think it is, like, one of the biggest aquariums in, like, the area.
Yeah, it's huge and sick, and I love aquariums. They are my happy.
Happy?
That's shocking, I know. Yeah, I love aquarium. They make me happy. I go in an aquarium, I just kind of like relax. It's great.
Huh.
I just like
Fish.
look
I
at
wonder
the
why that's
fish.
your name. Maybe I'd like to go to a military museum.
No, don't say that. Ow, I'm fine.
No, you're not.
You're right.
Awkward silence?
Yeah, I was trying to see how long it would keep going. um. Anyway, so Nemo's whatever bad ride, great aquarium. Spaceship Earth
Living with the
rules.
land? It's
Living with sorry, forget Spaceship Earth. Living with the land is peak.
put Wally in there.
No, it's peak. Leave it alone.
Leave this man alone.
It is weird that there's no Wally adoption, like at all. Like
Yeah, it's
he just does not exist.
and he's like honestly like one of
He's
their
iconic. He's really popular. He won an Oscar,
people.
didn't he? He won an
I
Oscar, right?
I believe he did.
Let's see. When did Wally come out? Wally, 2008. Okay. Best animated feature.
I think it did win an Oscar.
I'm gonna see right now. Yeah, it won. It won against Bolt and Kung Fu Panda, which like okay, to be fair, Kung Fu Panda is my favorite of those three. But like, did anyone watch Bolt? Does anyone remember anything about Bolt? What was Bolt? What happened in Bolt? Anyway,
What was recognizable about Bolt? Okay,
there was a
how does
dog.
that get nominated for an Oscar? Like I could sneeze and
I
I'd
mean,
get nominated for Best
what
Animated Feature.
what else came out that year? Like, did anything of note come out besides Bolt? It was a Disney release, so I guess it was kind of big.
I don't know, actually.
And like, Bolt's not bad. It's just I don't remember anything that happened in it at all.
I like Bolt.
It like had a dog, and he would like thought he was a superhero, and then like threw a pan at the cat, and that was the whole movie.
It's a good movie.
It was a movie. um, let's see. Okay, so Epcot, yeah.
Soren is a
So I
really funny
yeah, okay.
inclusion to me.
I want to just like I just want to point out like the land, like that whole pavilion is so cool.
It's a beautiful
It's like
looking
one of
place.
my favorite pavilions. It's sweet. I love going in there and not eating the food and just walking around. It's great. It's a
It
good
is
one.
honestly pretty beautiful.
But why is soaring around the world back to soaring over California when we're in Epcot where there is World Showcase?
Where we're in Florida,
Yeah, what happened? Why did they do that? Was there actually a
I
reason for that? Why did they do that?
inclusion.
Wait, what?
I don't know. So the Floridians didn't feel left out from the Californians only event.
I'm sorry, did you just say inclusion? Did you just defend them changing a ride where they showed every major country in the world and say that the version that only shows California is more inclusive?
I don't know. I don't think people from Morocco care as much as the Californians.
The Californians should have soaring around the world. They're missing out. It's a way better ride.
Soren is actually back at Disneyland. It was only for like a limited time event.
Wait, they took it out?
No, they changed it. It becoming Soren over California was just like a limited time event.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I saw people complaining about it like it was permanent. So it's just
No, it wasn't
temporary then.
permanent.
Okay, if it's just temporary, who cares? I guess I get if it's like your one trip and you went soaring around the world and it wasn't, sure, be upset, but like
Dang, the theater ride is matters more to me than Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, right. Oh, all right, let's talk about Guardians.
Segway,
Segway. Guardians is so good. It's
such a
so
funny
good.
ride.
It's so good. Though I will say, taking like the fast pass, I'm just gonna call it the fast pass. I don't care what it's called now. And like the shortcut kind of kills the ride a little bit
Yeah, I agree.
because like that back line is ugly. But
But like, just the actual main like ride queue
the
is
pre
so
show is
fun.
really the pre show is really good. The real line is really good. I had to look it up on the internet, but still really good. A lot of funny gags.
I love
I
all the
like that
Epcot references.
I like that it builds off Peter Quill being like a 80s boy. um yeah, good stuff. I like it a lot. And the ride itself is unadulterated peak.
Such a funny ride.
I will say, I will never get used to Rocket and Groot's replacement voice actors.
Okay, like why did they do that? Like, was Bradley Cooper just too expensive?
I mean, I assume.
Well,
Like,
okay, they didn't get Vin Diesel, so that means something.
yeah, you're like, okay, well, I get it because you're budgeting a theme park ride. You're like, okay, we don't need to show their faces. We can get replacement actors. Rocket sounds pretty good. Groot's sounds awful.
Here's the thing though,
My thing
wasn't
is that is the least enthusiastic Chris Pratt as Star Lord performance I've ever seen. He's
yeah,
usually really good here. He's like you can tell he is not into it as much.
he was like, fine, I'll do another ride.
Like he was like there's this one part where like the Nova Corps guy is like the Celestial's about to destroy the universe and he goes, "What?" Anyway, the ride is so good. We got two songs. We did it twice. We got two different songs. We got September, which was fantastic,
Good one.
so good. That was amazing. And we got Disco Inferno, which was also really good.
Disco Inferno's good.
But like September was like that just fits so well.
What's
Like
another one that they do?
that was perfect. It was funny too because we went in September, so we got September. It was like, hey, that's the time of year we're in.
The 21st of September as well?
It could have been. I think we were there on the 21st.
I actually imagine a 21st, like, I bet you on the 21st of September, that's just the only song that plays.
It should be. They're stupid if they don't do that. Apparently, they're like writing an original Christmas song, right? For it.
Are they?
Yeah, like there's gonna, which is funny to me. Like apparently during Christmas, there's gonna be like a Christmas song that they play, which is funny to me because you have it in the holiday special.
Yeah.
Just play a I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here, or the
Isn't that
Kevin
a
Bacon one.
Smashing Pumpkins song?
I think so.
I love Smashing Pumpkins.
I'll smash your pumpkins.
Whoa.
Sorry. Let's see what else. We got oh yeah, the entirety of world. Oh, what do you think of Test Track? I see very divisive Test Track opinions. What do you think of it?
Young me always loved it. Old me, I'm glad they're getting rid of the Tron theming.
The theme sucks.
Did you see they're changing it again?
Yeah, I'm happy about that. I hate the current theme. I remember the crash test dummy theme. It was way better.
It's pretty
It
much.
was just it was better.
It's funny how it's just the definition of like, okay, we'll like we'll update Test Track again for like the 20th time.
I know. The ride cannot catch a break. It's like Figment in that way, where it just keeps changing.
I'm like, I get it because it's a contract ride.
And we got stuck with the worst version of Figment. What the? Sorry, that was mean.
You're right though. It's Imagineers just keep on talking about that they just want to replace that scientist guy with Dreamcatcher and call it a day at this
Do
point.
it! Do it! Do it! It would be better! And update Figment's horrid CG animation.
Every day I wonder how in the world that like Journey to Imagination got greenlit.
It it sucks. I hate that ride so much. I like the song though. The song's good.
It's a good song. Okay, the
Um,
Honey I Shrunk the Kids references though, those like in the ride queue.
it's funny. I don't even see it as Honey I Shrunk the Kids. I just see Seymour Krelborn from Little Shop of Horrors.
That is a
So,
good movie.
it is a great movie. I love Little Shop of Horrors. I've seen the music, like the stage show too. It's also good.
Did you know that there was a deleted scene that ended
Yes,
Little
I
Shop of
want
Horrors? That
that.
was
I wish that was in the movie. It looks so good.
it was a Godzilla movie for a moment, pretty much.
It was so cool. They should have kept it. I get it would have been like a sad ending, but like that's how the musical ends. It's accurate. Seymour dies. Anyway, great movie. In spite of that, love it. Like peak,
I want to
great,
rewatch that. It's a good one.
great songs. Love Little Shop of Horrors. Peak. Um. Ooh. Okay. We should watch it together.
I miss
You do it.
Body Wars.
Group watch. Body Wars.
Do you not know what that is?
What is Body Wars?
It's a defunct Epcot
Oh!
attraction.
Oh, it's the puberty thing!
No, that's Cranium Command.
Oh, I know there's one with
Body
penis.
Wars was Star Tours, but instead you're inside of a human body.
Okay. That's funny.
It's not as freaky as it sounds.
Was C-3PO there?
No, there
Damn
was
it!
no C-3PO.
C-3PO should have been there and been like, "It seems we're inside a human body. I I don't know how this happened."
R2, what did you do?
Turned myself into the size of a pickle. Funniest thing I've ever seen. There's an outdated joke for you.
I'm
Yeah.
Uncle Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. All that like old school Epcot stuff was before my time. I've never uh
That's when
and
I
if
thought, like, honestly, the edutainment part of Epcot was at its best.
for sure. At least World Showcase is mostly unaffected.
When Wakanda shows up in there, you know it's over.
Oh God, don't even say that.
It's already been confirmed that something of
What?
Wakanda is coming to Walt Disney World.
Don't put it in World Showcase. Put it in Animal Kingdom. Put it
It was
anywhere
confirmed the
else.
same way that, like, an Avatar thing was coming to Disneyland. It was, like, that exact same confirmation method,
Okay.
which is a little funny
Okay.
how they, like that's how they resort to this now.
I yeah, okay. 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 I'm going I am calm.
I
I am
am oh,
calm. I'm okay. I'm okay with Black Panther stuff. Not in Epcot.
oh, yes, let's celebrate
Okay,
in World
sure.
Showcase, we celebrate
You know,
world culture.
you can put Wakanda in Epcot even because you put Guardians there. So whatever. Just don't put it in World Showcase, please. It's a made up country. Um eh, oh,
And
okay,
technically, there's
sorry.
already an Africa World Showcase in Animal Kingdom,
Yeah, just put it there, put it there, put it there, put it
which
there,
is infinitely
put it
better, by
there,
the way.
put it there, put it there. Sorry. Um, Speaking of World Showcase and bad, Frozen, bad.
I love how half of that area is, like, Arendelle, and half the area is just that one, like, Norse
God.
mythology
There's the
route that has, like, the
one north
is in the background.
I know. Ugh, it's the worst. I've seen people defend it with like, "Well, Frozen takes place in Norway." No,
Nuh-uh.
it doesn't. It is a made-up fictional land inspired by Norway with like very loose inspirations from Norwegian culture.
It's honestly just really funny how that's how people go, "Yeah, this is chill."
Cannot stand it. Cannot stand Frozen's fake ass. Like as a movie, but also as a ride. I hate that ride. I did it. I wrote it. I reserved my judgment till after I wrote it. I don't like it. The best part was when the puffins showed up at the end.
The best part was when I got off the ride.
No, the best part was the puffins.
Nuh-uh.
It was worth it for the puffins. They stuck it out. They're legends.
It's I don't Sure, you can have your Ariel Land. Just give me that beer boat ride finally. I always find that funny where, like, Imagineers, like, they put all this effort towards having that ride just for, like, a miscalculation with the building, and now there's like, "Okay, whatever."
Guess we're never doing it. Yeah.
And I just think that's funny.
Okay. Sorry. There we go. World Showcase is great though. Like otherwise, besides the blemish on Norway, it's very good.
Yeah,
I actually want my next theme park video. I'm gonna rank every World Showcase pavilion.
Mexico is the best.
Yes, yes, it is.
You can just
Uh,
go into a night area, like, that's cool.
yeah, it's so cool. I love the Mexico pavilion. I want to eat there at some point.
I've never
That'd be really
eaten in
fun.
there either, and they have some really cool looking
I will
stuff.
say, I know I whined about Frozen and Norway a lot, but the Paris expansion rocks.
Okay, at Ratatouille, the ride is clearly, like, old technology now.
Yeah, but I just want to point out that instead of replacing something with it, they just built a new part.
I think, though, that's entirely the because that, like, pavilion is partially owned by, like, third-party companies and such,
Okay,
and
still,
Disney is like, "I don't wanna mess with you guys because you guys pay us to be here."
they built a whole new pavilion for it though. I can appreciate that after the Frozen massacre.
After the massacre of Norway.
Sorry, I was shutting a door.
That was a loud door, even I could hear it.
It wasn't really that loud. I had to like pick up my whole setup and take it with me. Anyway, I think that about covers Epcot. Oh yeah, there's the
It
Moana thing. I haven't.
Oh, yeah, Moana, I have not that opened just recently. I
It did
gotta
open recently. I've looked at it on the internet. It looks pretty cool.
It seems alright.
I like Moana.
I think No Moana's neat.
Yeah,
Thankfully, it's
it's
not coming
nice.
to Animal Kingdom. Oh,
No, we're just getting freaking Encanto instead, I guess.
yeah, Encanto, totally a better fit.
It fits so much better. Weird choices.
Epcot is done.
Yeah,
I
think
think
that's
like
everything for
discussions
Epcot.
on Epcot are really boring.
It's a shame. That's my favorite. It's my favorite. But anyway, so what's next? Hollywood,
Hollywood Studios.
formerly known as MGM, formerly known as Hollywood, very Cinemagine, and then back to Hollywood Studios. Uh,
And they're discussing another name change, apparently.
oh dear God, just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it.
I mean, it's not a studio park anymore. Like, what are they
Who
gonna
cares?
do?
Universal Studios is still called Universal Studios.
That is true.
Dumb. Don't change it. Leave it. Anyway, Hollywood's probably my second favorite park. Um,
I think Hollywood
Mostly
just
for
it's
vibes.
fun.
I think mostly for vibes. I just like the old school showbiz vibes a lot.
I
It
wish they
delights
did
me.
more of the movie stuff. As a movie nerd, I
I
think
do
the movie
too.
stuff is so
I do
neat.
too. But this last time we went, I did for the first time pretty much since young childhood. I looked at a lot of their little movie museums and such. They're really cool.
Yeah,
The
they
ones
did
they
a
do
great
have.
job with those.
They have one where they have just a bunch of costumes from and props from late movies where they have it's like a whole museum you go through. It's got all this Disney World concept art and mini sculptures from back in development suite. Then you go in the back and they have costumes and props on display from whatever they're making. So
Ooh,
so when we went, they had Little Mermaid and Haunted Mansion stuff. It was really cool.
that's
Uh,
cool.
it was super cool. Yeah. So I like that. And we did the Star Wars launch bay. And that was cool too.
Launch Bay is such a cool building. I wish I had money to I wanted to spend.
Yeah, it is cool. I like yeah, so both those were fun. Launch Bay has this huge room with just tons of Star Wars concept art. Spent a good 20 minutes in there
Ooh,
just looking at everything from all movies too. It was early Macquarie stuff and then up to Force Awakens, I think. It was sick.
that is cool.
It was got some rep from every trilogy. It was sweet. Um And then I just like the vibe a lot. As I said, old school showbiz. That's a vibe that works for me as someone who is the physical embodiment of an old school director. Just in my mannerisms, in my dress, in my just air, I have that sort of whimsical vibe. Don't mean to brag or anything. But yeah.
I just wish they kept more of the studio part in Hollywood
I do
Studios.
too. I would have loved to see them actually animate crap, which is
But
what they
someone
used
that
to do.
oh my gosh, it's kind of like the Roger Rabbit land they were gonna build there sounded so cool.
The Muppet Land they were gonna build sounded sweet.
Muppet Land sounded so cool.
They were gonna have a parody of the Great Movie Same Ride, but the
Yeah,
Muppets came in and screwed everything up. That sounds like the funniest thing. And I'm sad it never happened because, well, I guess for
Jim Henson.
reasons outside of their control. But still, it would have been so cool. I do wish there was more Muppet rep in general.
They just are
Like
slowly
not
eliminating
just
them.
Disney parks, but in general. I wish the Muppets had more to do, in
They're just
media. Uh, but
they're
they
slowly but surely eliminating them from existence.
give me a third damn movie.
I think they're just scared to, because the more stuff they make for Disney Plus, the worse it does.
Stop! Don't put it on Disney Plus. Put it in theaters.
Well, they started doing Disney Plus because in theaters it stopped doing good.
I think now enough time has passed. It's been 10 years since Most Wanted. You can put another one in theaters. It would do fine.
I think it would do fine
It's
too.
time. It's been 10 years since the last movie. Are you kidding? Come on.
It's just I don't know. I because then they did Muppets Haunted Mansion, which did all right.
What,
And then
there's
they
an
did the
hour-long
electric.
special? Yeah, I didn't hear anyone talk about Electric Man. I'm sure it was
It
good. I didn't
it
hear
did.
anyone talk about it.
There was actually okay. I'm not joking. According to the WDW Magic forums, there was talk because they're dying. They're itching to get rid of Rock and Roller Coaster. They want to
Dude,
stop
if they
paying that.
replace that with I'm not gonna lie, if they replace that with Electric Mayhem, that would be sweet.
That's apparently what they were considering, but then because the show bombed so bad, they're like,
It doesn't need to tie to the
Monsters
show.
Inc.
People know what Electric Mayhem is. Or you could just do a different band. Do
I
Queen.
honestly, I just think they don't want to keep paying the Aerosmith license because they want it's a Disney park. The whole thing now, because I talked about it with my older sister when we were there. The thing is with theme parks in the 80s and 90s was more just it's the Disney parks were iconic for being the theme park. But
Right.
now that they have Universal and a million other like competitors,
Well, I mean,
they
pretty
have
much
to
just Universal.
utilize what makes them Disney. And it's
It's
the brand, it's the characters, it's the IPs. That's what makes Disney Disney now.
This is true, and I get that. I do wish they kept some more. Like, I do wish they do original stuff every once in a while. Still, I do miss those days,
Me too.
or we'd just be like, "Hey, look, here's a ride with no basis in film. Check it out," and that was cool. But it's
I think
whatever.
it's
Um,
pushed for now it needs to be, a property.
okay, I gotta say, I gotta get this off my chest. The
What?
contrast between Toy Story and Star Wars is hysterical.
Why?
Because Toy Story sucks and Star Wars is really, really good.
Okay, you're not wrong.
There is no shade in Toy Story. It is the hottest place in the entire park
I
because it's
went
all
to
plastic too, so it's all like reflective. It's so hot. It's the
when I
worst.
went when I went to Florida last time, I spent 2 days in Hollywood Studios. I think I spent like a good 20 minutes in Toy Story Land.
I've ridden
Both
Sleepy
days.
twice. I don't like it very much.
It doesn't seem entertaining.
It's okay. It's worth riding. Don't ride in the back. It's super bumpy back there. Uh, it's like really like rough in the back for some reason.
Huh.
Like if you go like the tail end, but like the further up you go, it's better. And it has Wheezy, so like 10 out of 10. I can't argue with that. I love Wheezy, but like yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just okay. Toy Story Mania is fun though.
Yeah, Midway Mania is alright.
Like Mania.
Galaxy's Edge, the GOAT.
Love Galaxy's. I'm sick of people complaining about Galaxy. So good, you guys. Shut up.
I get it that
I'm
like
not just saying that because I'm a Star Wars fan. I think it's a great theme park.
I
But
think
me being a Star Wars fan doesn't hurt.
I think someone like made a good point where like it's just incredible design just in general.
Yeah, it's next level theming. Like
Just
I've always like as someone who has always loved Star Wars since baby boyhood, um, I think it is everything I could have wanted. Yeah, I mean, I guess like if we want to really get down to it, yes, I would also prefer original trilogy theming. But like it is not a deal breaker for me.
yeah. It's still you're
Like
still living.
like
You're out there in
my
Star
dad
Wars.
pointed out especially where he was like, imagine if Rise of the Resistance you were being chased by Vader instead of Kylo Ren. It's like you're not
You're
wrong.
being
You're not wrong. But it
like
would
yes,
be
I would have
really
preferred
cool.
it too, but there's still
But like Kylo Ren's cool. Like it's still like aesthetically it's so similar that like the only real difference is the characters. And I don't hate the sequel trilogy characters like a lot of people do.
they're
I
honestly just
think
they're
Rey
fun
is
characters.
good.
And I'm sorry, Oscar Isaac still is just such a cool dude.
Yeah, we know you got your little crush on him.
I got my man crush on Oscar Isaac.
Yes, I'm aware of this. I will make you. He should be in a Knives Out movie.
He should.
He would fit so well.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is if they could get Ethan Hawke to do a cameo in a Knives Out movie,
I
Oscar
want
Isaac
like
should be easy
Oscar
to
Isaac should be like the villain of the next one.
Because yeah, like Ethan Hawke, like he was in Glass Onion for just like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
but like that is a deal breaker actually, because that man does not like being in things that he doesn't consider art.
Well, Glass Onion's art, so suck it.
I will say though, him being like saying that, and then he was in Moon Knight when that was he hyped up Moon Knight. He hyped up Moon Knight to be like the first superhero project that would like was worth the Ethan Hawke title, and then it was. I feel bad for him on that part.
You don't like Moon Knight? You don't like Moon Knight.
No, I think it's great. I just think it runs into the problem where it's just
An
it falls
MCU
to
TV
so
show.
many generic superhero tropes.
I watched 2 episodes. I thought it was pretty good.
Like it's good, but you compare it to the comics, and the thing was with Moon Knight is that he did things differently. So he wasn't the normal hero you've seen. But then they made him a bit too much like Deadpool in the way where he just can infinitely regenerate.
See, this is I don't care about that.
Well, actually, like the
Like,
reason why is because it's brought up in the comics. It's very important that Moon Knight actually isn't given powers by Khonshu because it really just tests his faith in this idea of Khonshu.
interesting. Okay, that
It
is
actually goes
interesting.
pretty crazy because the whole
Yeah.
thing is
No,
that
I know you love your Moon Knights. You've
it's
sent me
crazy.
so
Nonetheless,
many
okay, Moon Knight
Moon
goes
Knight
into the Egypt pavilion, a pavilion which doesn't exist.
Yeah, that sounds realistic. We built an entire Egypt pavilion specifically for our ride, Moon Knight: Secrets of the Tomb,
Secrets of the Tomb.
which is the title of Night of the Museum 3, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, Night at the Museum. That would go crazy as a ride.
I don't disagree with you.
Like, think about it.
Yeah, it would be cool. That would be really fun.
Didn't they make an animated Night at the
Yeah,
Museum movie?
they did.
Was it all right?
I didn't watch it. I ain't watching that crap. It looked bad. Like it looked bad. Like the animation sucked. It was like cheap TV budget. Like ugh.
Ugh.
But like not stylistic. It looked like a Nick Jr. cartoon.
True, true.
Anyway, um, back to theme park. Uh,
Yes.
Rise of the Resistance is amazing and gets better every time I ride it.
Me too. I wrote
So
it like
good.
4 something times last time I was there,
It's just
which was
like
like 2 weeks ago.
you got. I didn't know anything about it. I went in completely. I like purposefully avoided all Galaxy Edge footage because I was like, this is like a thing. I need to see it in person for the
To
first time.
believe it.
Right? Yeah. I can't have it like spoiled for me. So I didn't watch anything. So I was blown away first off by the actual place because I had heard everyone complaining about it. Because Star Wars fans, as we have mentioned, are whiny babies.
They're the worst.
Um, the worst. So I loved Falcon. I didn't know you'd go in the freaking like. I knew you'd drive it. I didn't know you'd go in like the living room.
Okay, the way they handle that makes it feel
It's
like it really is
so
just
cool. I sat at the chess table. Let the Wookiee win. You're gonna make that move. You're gonna make that move. You made that. I love that. And actually driving it is euphoric.
it doesn't feel real because
I don't need drugs. I have Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at
Smuggler's
Walt
Run.
Disney World.
It's such a good ride. I get it.
It's
There's only
wonderful.
2 Galaxy's Edge rides, and I know they originally were gonna have 3
Honestly, Falcon is so good it makes mission space obsolete. Just break it.
in every way.
I don't need it. No one needs it. Delete it. Delete it entirely.
It's funny because then you think like because I rode Mission Space after riding Smugglers for the first time, and I went, "This is boring," because you really don't control it.
Yeah, Mission Space sucks. It's like I think. Hold on, I'm gonna check my video. I think I ranked it dead last.
I believe he did.
I'm gonna check real quick. Anyway, we'll start talking about Rise of the Resistance real quick.
Every
It's
single bit of that
so
ride is just
good.
incredible.
It's all great. The Rey hologram at the beginning looks fantastic. The animatronics are all great. They're on point. The
The,
reveal of like 9 bajillion stormtroopers made my jaw drop.
did you notice that the door you exit is the same door you entered?
Yeah, that
That blows
blew
you
my
away.
mind when I put that together. Like it's so good.
You go like, how?
Where the frick is the video?
Like,
There's
how do you do
Universal,
that?
and there's Disney. Found it. Last place.
Which honestly, that's based.
Uh, yeah, it's Mission Space. Anyway, Rise is so good. It all looks great. Um, I've ridden it twice. I got a different path each time, so that was fun.
I think I wrote it. I think I told you I wrote it 4 times
That's
when I was
crazy.
there
I
two
don't know
weeks
how you
ago.
did that.
Okay,
But, like,
seriously,
good on you. I
first week
would.
of June, it's the strategy. Like it was still packed, but like nothing was more than a 45-minute wait.
Oh, sick. Like, it was all spread out. Cool, cool, cool,
Yeah, it
cool.
was such a good week
Yeah, that sounds good.
because all the graduation kids were there. They held like graduation night parties. Actually, like they kept the park open until 2 for graduates, and so
Oh,
all the like
cool.
all the kids who would have come for like graduation like were there, but they didn't go into the parks until past 2 p.m. And then they just stayed
Wow.
until 2 a.m. or something like that because the mornings no like there wasn't as many people in the parks.
That's cool. That's really cool. Oh my god. Oh, wow, how long have we been going?
I don't want to check.
We should probably try to wrap this up.
Yeah,
So let's go Animal Kingdom. Last park.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, probably my third favorite. Yeah. Um, yeah, Animal Kingdom is the prettiest park. Like everyone agrees with that, right?
It's such a beautiful
It's
park.
beautiful. There's so much nature and animals and nature animals. It's really pretty. I feel like the theming too is immaculate. Just the casual areas are like so good. Um,
It's Joe Rody. Like that was like Joe Rody's big project as an Imagineer. He's
yeah,
such a Joe Rody shouldn't have retired as like when he did
was amazing.
because
Yeah.
he was making a Tomorrowland thing. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Then you can actually see it. Imagineering story. Last episode, they're talking about the future, and there's a quick clip of him like at a table of like a miniature table of Tomorrowland Disneyland. And he's like holding up one of the buildings as if he's just kind of messing around, putting ideas together. And apparently he was working on one. And then COVID hit. And then he retired.
Oh,
And
that
then they went
sucks.
there's a whole like catalog of the
I need to
pitched
watch that
ideas.
documentary.
Dog?
What?
Dog?
What? What are you barking at? Calm down.
Barking at me. I'm
You're
just
not
that cool.
special. All right. Um. Yeah, love Animal Kingdom. What do you think of Pandora?
It's beautiful, but the rides are not as cool as people say they are.
I actually prefer Navi River.
Navi River's fun,
Like I
but
straight
it
up
should
don't
have
like
been a
Flight of
splash ride.
Passage. It should have been. I straight up don't like Flight of Passage though.
Flight of Passage, I think, is so cool, but
Look, I'm a purist. I
not
can
the
never
best.
call can never call like a screen ride the best ride. It's just a screen. Like I guess that everyone's like, it feels like you're on the back of the dragon. It's like, no, it doesn't.
It's good immersion, I'd
You're on
say.
a chair.
I like the way they do it. Just it's not my type of ride. I think it's
It's
dope though.
fine. It's fine. I like it. But like I was hyped up in advance with everyone being like, it's the it's the greatest ride they've ever done. Oh
It
god,
is not the best ride.
I'm dying. Yeah, not the best ride at all. Good ride though. Pandora's cool. I like it, and that is coming from someone who like detests Avatar as a franchise. So
The success of Way of Water made them kickstart a possible third ride for there.
that'd be
However,
cool.
the big news that WDW Magic has been talking about, besides the Encanto and the Indiana Jones thing, is that they're finally going to make a Lion King ride.
Holy, about time. What?
Yeah, about
Jeez,
time. Only problem,
I've
it
wanted
might
that
be
for
the
so
live action.
long. I think we got to end the episode. Like, what? I can't. What?
What?
The live action?
It might be the live action Lion King.
I can't. I can't do this anymore. Can't
Like
do it.
they could pull a Mickey and Minnie's, but we don't really know
Can't do it.
enough. Oh, he's leaving. I think he just left.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's the thing is that they're doing that Mufasa movie, and maybe they're waiting to see how that goes because this Lion King ride is like on the horizon, like beyond.
Everyone, do not support Mufasa the Lion King.
Like I
It
hope
is a woke AI scam.
I want them to pull a Mickey and Minnie, but we don't like. There's not much knowledge on it other than that they finally are gonna do it.
Oh,
Like it's gonna be an e-ticket.
if
It
we
might
waited
be a
all that
splash ride.
time, if we waited all that time, it turns out to be based off the live action. I'm gonna be pissed.
I love Lion King, and it better be animated. And like,
The Lion King animated, obviously, the only Lion King there is their most iconic movie. Period. Like nothing comes close. And if they base it off that glorified nature documentary, I'ma be mad.
it's. I'm hoping it's the animated one, but like, imagine it's because they've been before they did the Encanto Indiana Jones, they were gonna do Moana. Like that was the idea, and because they want another splash ride in Animal Kingdom,
Yeah, because Kelly River's lame.
some sort of log flume or riverboat that gets you wet.
What do you think of
And
Kelly River, actually?
I think it's actually pretty fun, mainly because last time I was going up to it while I was waiting in line, some monkey just started climbing around like the telephone poles or whatever, like the weird
Well, that's cool.
poles. Like monkey. But
I don't like it. It's really short.
yeah, that's true.
It's like so I was like, what, it's already over? What? um and I also just think the theme is like as unappealing as it is possible to be. Like deforestation is an important message, but it's ugly.
You are right. But like
It
it
makes me
might
wish
be
we had like the Cali River ride that they have at California, which is like longer and better.
yes, I love Grizzly River.
I know it's not Cali River, but yeah, it's a good ride.
It's oh my goodness, just Lion King. I love Lion King. Imagine it has an advanced version of Shanghai Pirates with the
Oh,
magnetic trackless boats, but you do
dude,
go up and down
that
like a
would
lot of hills. Like,
be incredible.
and it's just the story of the Lion King. You go through the different songs. Like that is a ride that people would love.
Yeah, everyone would be like, "Disney's back!" You know? And
Mainly because I'm
then they,
so
like,
glad no
delete a
Zootopia.
hyena and replace it with a redhead pirate, and they're like, "No! It's bad now!"
So I love Lion King. And as when you're talking about like iconic films, I said, well, I like Lilo and Stitch. They should make a Lilo and Stitch ride.
I do
Stitch's
like
Great Escape does not exist.
No, it's gone. Seen that, like, terrifying-ass picture of, like, the Stitch animatronic
Yeah,
all, like,
there's like
burnt down? It's terrifying. I love it. Yeah, Stitch's Great Escapes it sure was a thing that they tried.
yeah,
Um,
I miss it. Just Lion King. Oh my gosh. That whenever I get thinking about that and like a bald mountain ride,
yeah,
I
I
I, I
agree.
go crazy. I
So
I go
what's
feral.
your favorite ride in Animal Kingdom? Describe it to me.
Expedition Everest.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Sorry, I'm under the table. My charger plugged, so I'm trying to fix it.
So it's I'm sorry, Expedition Everest is just so fun.
It's real good. It's really good.
I love how they made it like casually made an animatronic that was so like heavy. It just broke the foundation of the
I
mountain, so they
know,
had to
and
turn it
they
off.
have not fixed it yet. I
I
hope
just
it gets fixed one day.
imagine being the engineer who just the job is to fix everything that's like broken. And you just have
Yeah.
this long checklist of things,
At the
and your
bottom, it's
boss is
like,
like, "Don't,"
"Eventually do the Yeti, maybe?"
and your boss is, "Don't worry about that. We'll get to it someday. You might be dead by then."
I will definitely be dead by then. Yeah, that's, like, my thing. I'm like, I really hope that my great-grandkids get to experience the Yeti fully
The
animated.
literally.
Um, good ride. Obviously, I love Dinosaur.
Oh, yeah, Dinosaur. I'll miss you, Dinosaur.
Can we dedicate this pod to Dinosaur? I know you're literally dying, but I feel like Dinosaur's incoming death is more important.
It's more important. I see
Um,
how it is. I see how it is.
Dinosaur raised me.
I actually never seen the movie.
I have seen the movie, but I'm talking about the ride. The ride raised me.
Ah,
That was a pivotal childhood thing for me.
I see.
I was obsessed with that ride. I, like, memorized it, script and all the turns. I would force my parents to pretend they were on the ride, and I'd do the narration. I was a weird kid. It's that autism in your brain. Um, it was such a, like, just, it's a ride that means, like, so much to me. And while I can't, like, blame them from a business perspective, like, I get it. I get why you'd replace Dinosaur, but, like, I'm just sad.
It's it's a good ride, and it's like that one good part of Ellen's Energy Adventure, but if it was like an actual ride.
Yeah, and it also is better than every Jurassic ride at Universal.
Okay, yeah.
I like the Jurassic
Velocicoaster
rides, but
ain't what people say it is.
I haven't ridden it yet. I'll do it next time we go.
It's
Which
cool.
we're going next year. We're going for Epic
Ooh,
Universe opening. Yay!
I gotta say this though. I'm sorry. The Velocicoaster has like the worst theming ever.
I mean, that's not the appeal though. You just want to go fast.
I know it like I want to quickly describe how crazy it is. It takes place in a world where Jurassic World stayed open and like
Uh-huh.
didn't get shut down. And so there's legit Indominus Rex posters hung up and it's so weird.
Oh, that is weird. It's
It's
like,
like come
hey,
visit the Indominus Rex.
what like fanfic AU does this take place in? weird.
It's a little funny. Like I think it
Very
actually like
strange.
there's a small comment to where I feel it advances the themes of Jurassic Park and such because they like say that like the whole reason they built the Velocicoaster was because even the Indominus Rex like didn't satisfy the need for thrill. So they just genetically engineer velociraptors to be even more insane.
Yeah, that ends up.
Which
Hey,
is like,
Gareth Edwards, free plot line.
okay, that movie, I'm worried for it. I'm so worried for it.
I mean, I assume it's just the start of the next trilogy.
It's no longer going to be like the Jurassic City movie we thought it would be, where dinosaurs invade a city and it's a small scale movie. No, it's back to being like a big blockbuster thing.
Oh
We're
boy.
like back on another island.
I can't wait for Henry Wu to be like, there was a third island
There was a third island.
where we breeded more dinosaur hybrids, and they gotta go there and they gotta stop them before they learn to swim or something.
They actually start filming that movie in Thailand in like a week.
Hey, I mean, you shame you're gonna be dead and you won't be over there.
Womp womp.
Yeah, what a tragedy.
What a tragedy.
Um. Anyway, see what else we got. Is that all for Animal Kingdom? Animal
I think
Kingdom.
that's all for Animal Kingdom.
Animal
Animal Kingdom is so small, but so big.
Oh my god. I need to rest my voice and drink some water. So I think we should wrap this up.
Well, we got Disney's California Adventure.
Yeah. Uh I like cars and I like Bear River Rapids and I like that's all
Incredicoaster's fun, actually. Like, I actually
I haven't
love
done it yet.
Incredicoaster.
I haven't done anything.
I'm just gonna say
Here,
this:
yeah, you
like,
take over for a minute. Just
the
tell me all
concept
about
of
the
the
other. Yeah.
Incredicoaster being like a legit roller coaster that opens, like, and it's named after the Incredibles is such like it fits the world of the Incredibles, like
That's
the
true.
time period it's
That
set
that
in,
is,
and I just
that does like, and it also fits just like the Incredibles were like marketable, like in
yeah,
the movie.
and just I'm sorry, it got me thinking about I texted you. I texted you when I was at the ride. I'm like, man, I hope the Fantastic Four movie does good.
Me too. If they commit to the '50s theme,
There's a new report saying the film might actually take place in outer space.
damn it! Don't.
And you just go, why?
You can do the sequel in outer space. Why do you
I'm
want to
s-
introduce your characters like that?
I don't know.
I know Galactus is like pretty much confirmed to be the bad guy. That's fine. You don't need to be in space for that.
Did you see that Gianardo, however you say his name, Gus from Breaking Bad, Moff Gideon from Mandalorian?
Yeah, I know. He's just playing the same character.
Well, like he said that
He's in the
he.
MCU and he's playing just another bad guy.
We don't know what the character is, but apparently he's going to be introduced in the next Captain America.
That's what they said. I kind of hope he's the leader. Um, for
Oh, that would
no
actually.
for no reason other than I want every single actor from the Incredible Hulk movie deleted.
They're just gone.
I want that we obviously replaced Bruce Banner. We're replacing Ross. Let's replace the leader. Let's do it. Just get them all out of there. I think
Yeah,
it'd
it would
be
be.
so funny to just get rid of everyone from that movie.
I'm.
Anyway,
I don't miss.
apparently there were
I
like McDonald's toys for Captain America.
Yeah, and they released super early because the film was supposed to be out by now.
That's so funny. I love it when things like that happen. I hope that it taking this long means it's going to be good.
It doesn't.
I said I hope, Tank.
You a man can dream.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream. Yeah. I honestly, I haven't been paying attention to the MCU much because like there's no Guardians, so I don't care,
Hmm.
and there's no Spider-Man, so I don't care.
Actually, there were some rumors for a second that Adam Wingard, the director of Godzilla Kong, might actually be the next director for Spider-Man.
That'd be interesting.
Which, like, I think that'd be interesting.
I think you'd be down for that.
Actually, you want my opinion?
Yeah.
No, I don't want him for it. Actually,
He just turned Spider-Man to a kaiju.
well, the reason why is because Adam Wingard, he's awesome. I love him, but he is for the action, but it's not deep action, and that he doesn't really
Oh
do
no.
dark movies. Like the new Empire as a concept sounds dark, but then he just simplifies it in like a way so like 9-year-olds can understand it. Which I think that's more so because this film was meant to be easily more accessible. But we
You know what they should
want
do?
what?
They should get Phil Lord and Chris Miller to do live action Spidey.
I think they asked them and they said no.
Damn it.
Actually, right now, Phil Lord and Chris Miller are out filming a movie with Ryan Gosling, like right now.
Oh wild.
Their cinematographer is the guy who did Dune and Batman, so like the movie's
Oh,
gonna look stellar.
it probably looked pretty good. I'm thinking like who would I want to do Spider-Man?
There's been a lot of talk
Taika
about
Waititi.
I forgot their names, but they directed the Batgirl movie that got deleted.
Oh yeah, give them another chance.
But here's the thing with it, because they just did the new Bad Boys movie. And I'm gonna like check out Will Smith's Instagram on one of his recent posts. He shows a behind the scenes video. We're like, oh my gosh, like they have like it's like a weird GoPro camera on
Whoa.
Will Smith's arm that changes, so it's like a first person shootout scene, but it's like a seamless, so it's like a one take,
Oh, that's
and it
wild.
like jumps between like his face and like the gun. It's really weird, but it's
Oh.
so cool.
Well, now I want to see that tech, but applied to Spider-Man swinging.
Oh, and apparently they directed the first episode of Miss Marvel and did the one really cool shot that was in the that was in the series.
Oh yeah, that's like the thing I heard is that like Miss Marvel's first couple episodes are like really funny and stylish, and then it just like devolves.
Yeah,
Anyway, who else would I want to do Spider-Man? Like,
me.
I want to say, yeah, that's like always the thing I like. I would do it. Hear me out. All right, here's my pitch. All right, I'm calling it Spider-Man Lotus. Anyway, I would say James Gunn, but he's busy.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back to Marvel.
He's a little busy. Running an entire cinematic universe. Good for him.
I wish him luck.
Yep, he'll do a great job. Um, Superman Legacy looks cool.
I have faith in him. I just don't have faith in general audiences to go see the movie.
I think if it's advertised well, they will.
Yeah, I think a
I
lot of
also
people.
think James Gunn has like built up a like trust because people love Guardians.
The issue
Like
is like
if they see from the guy who did Guardians, pique some interest.
it's going to be interesting because
They
if
just have to put from the director of the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy. People will be like, "Oh,
don't put
interesting."
Suicide Squad because people will be like, oh, the movie that was like grossly adult.
Okay, but it will be next to Guardians, which everyone likes. And I feel like everyone agrees that at least that movie is stylish.
Yeah, just I don't know. There's a lot to it, but I have faith. I hope he does. I just hope. I think he'll do well. I think he is cooking with some good ideas.
It looks good. Like just from what we've seen, from like the shots, the casting, the promo images, it looks cool.
Mhm.
I'm pretty excited myself, and I'm not even a Superman fan.
I will say though, it's going toe to toe with the Fantastic Four movie.
That's gonna be the decider, ain't it?
Hmm. Okay, I do gotta say though, the fact that Superman Legacy's been filmed, but not the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, that's a little worrying. Anyway, who cares about either of those movies? Because Wake Up Dead Man's coming up next year, baby. Woo!
I think he
Only
likes
movie
Knives
that
Out.
matters. Huh?
I think he likes Knives Out.
I do. Yeah, I really like Knives Out. It's my favorite movie, and Glass Onion is really good. And I already rated Wake Up Dead Man 5 stars on Letterboxd
Based. I deleted Letterbox because, like, what's the point?
to log movies. Tank.
I don't know.
I watch a lot of movies. I put them on Letterboxd. It's fun.
Not true.
It's like the only good social media app. Anyway, yeah. What else we got? What else is coming out?
Minecraft movie.
I guarantee from what we've heard, I'm guaranteeing it's gonna be like a Barbie movie thing, where it's like
It
like a meta comedy.
it will. There's no way it's
Like
not. They got
I
Napoleon Dynamite director.
guarantee it at this point. Like just from everything we know, that is totally what they're gonna go with.
They got Jack
I'm
Black. Like,
I'm morbidly curious. Why does Chris Pratt get all the flack for appearing everything, but then Jack Black doesn't get anything?
because people like Jack Black.
That's fair. I also like Jack Black.
People don't like Chris Pratt.
I don't know why. He's fine.
I think he's decent.
Like
He ain't
I agree. He gets roles that he probably shouldn't, but like he's fun. He's like a funny guy. He's nice. What's the problem with Chris Pratt? And when he gets a role he's good at, he's really good at it. Like he's great as Star Lord.
Mhm.
He's
He
great
was
as
great as Emmett.
Owen
Okay, he
Grady.
was great as Emmett.
He's really good as Emmett, my Lego son.
Oh yeah, the Avengers e-ticket ride that like is happening in California Adventure.
Oh, Mia went to Disneyland Paris.
Nice.
Yeah, they had, it was their first Disney park. They had a
What did you
great
think?
time. They loved it. Their favorite ride was Avengers.
The Avengers roller coaster?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So now I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to put them on Guardians. Yeah. Like Hagrid's. Like, oh, it's gonna
Okay,
be good.
Hagrid's is the only Universal ride that I think can compare
It's
to a
so
Disney
good.
ride.
It's so good.
Mention the catastrophically bad consistent theming in Harry Potter world where you're a muggle and then you're a Hogwarts student.
I
And they
do
just
not give a crap. It's cool. It's all well themed, so I don't care. Like I could care less about how I explore. And the park is so well done that like yeah.
it is really well done.
Like I will say,
I'm just a
even
sucker.
I'm a Star Wars fan, so like I prefer wholeheartedly. I prefer Galaxy's Edge just because I like Star Wars more than I like Harry Potter. But I think if I'm looking at them like critically, Harry Potter is better because like just the scale,
Oh
everything's
yeah,
huge
in the lands or as a franchise?
in the lands. As a franchise, I think Star Wars is better.
Actually, you know what? As a franchise, at least Harry Potter's consistent.
I don't agree with that. Those movies range from like really good to really bad.
Well, I'm talking in the way where we don't have an issue where they can't decide on whether or not the Jedi are like the thing with Star Wars that they're like the Jedi are evil now. What?
That's not at all what's going on. I hate it when people. It's a it's a gray area. It always has been.
I don't know. I need to watch Acolyte.
Literally,
I'm
look,
hearing terrible things.
literally, Return of the Jedi. The conflict is that okay, Return of the Jedi original trilogy. Okay, the conflict is that Luke is disagreeing with Jedi fundamentals, and he
Hmm.
has to like choose. He has to think for himself. Like the Jedi have always been flawed. That is a thing that has always been part of the story, and they're just expanding on it. Like
Wait, you're
that is
actually
a
cooking.
thing.
I think you're actually right.
I
You're
am
actually
right.
right. You are cooking there. Holy cow.
And it actually like builds up well to Luke being like anti-Jedi in Last Jedi. Like that is it all works. Like people have this like nostalgia blindness where they watched the movies when they were kids, so they didn't analyze them. They didn't look at deeper meanings. They didn't look at deeper themes. So they're like, "Wait, where'd all this come from? This came out of nowhere." But no, it's always Been there. Luke instinctually pulling out a lightsaber on Kylo Ren, I hate to tell you, it's in character. The man chopped his dad's arm off because he got angry. Okay? This is not out of character. I'm so sick of this fan base.
You're actually, yeah, you are right there. Holy cow.
Yeah, bring it. I need to watch Acolyte 2. I haven't seen it yet. But I've been thinking this for a while, but before Acolyte came out. Anyway, so yeah. You're welcome. I made Star Wars better.
Wow.
Well, I didn't make Star Wars better. I just pointed out that it is good, and it always has been, and it's not inconsistent. It's just how it's been. There are inconsistent aspects. There are things they change and retcon that bug me, but the Jedi's morality ain't one of them. And also, the Sith are still clearly the bad guys. So shut your filthy mouths.
Hmm.
Notice that Rise of Skywalker's big villain was not a cult of Jedi people, it was a Sith cult. Okay? Okay. Can we agree
oh
on
my gosh.
that?
They were playing Rise of Skywalker on like Fox or something tonight.
Oh, well, were they?
And like that movie is just
Look, I got my issues with Rise of Skywalker, but I have to like for my own sanity, I have to focus on the good parts. Like I think Rey's character arc is good. That's about it, but I gotta take what I can get.
just that film. I didn't really realize just how weirdly like
It's
how
a mess.
weird that film ended up being.
Have you noticed that like it like does this thing where like characters will deliver like exposition completely off screen? Like it,
Yes.
looking for like the clues or whatever, and like C-3PO's delivering important monologue, and then it's filming a skeleton. It's like it's not what we should be paying attention to right now.
That is actually if that happens, a film editor actually said that's because the line was changed after they filmed the scene sometimes.
C-3PO does not have fucking lip sync.
I know, but like
His
there are
mouth
times where like
doesn't
if you
move.
because actually you can actually see like I've had to do this with my student films where I had a massive production thing happen later on in production where I had to change some bit of lore. And so I quickly cut away, just head turn looking at another guy, and then I just have the line be redone. There are so many times, even in like my most recent film, where
I need
that
to
actually
finish
had
it.
to happen. And
Sorry.
that was
I need to
production.
finish that.
Oh my gosh, man, that production was the worst.
Oh, I know. I know. I wasn't there, but I heard every day's report.
Oh, it was fun though.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, no, I'd say Harry Potter, like it hopped directors so much, so that didn't help. Um like you got like the first two are very whimsical. Prisoner of Azkaban is like a Tim Burton movie, basically. Um Goblet of Fire is bad. um
Deathly Hollows just by the time you get to Deathly Hollows, it's pretty much just a joke.
and then
It's
like
just a
Order of the
Russo
Phoenix
Brothers
onward are
movie.
like pretty consistent. Like I feel like they're all pretty in line with one another because they had the same director. So there you go. And then the Fantastic Beasts movies also had the same director.
We don't talk about the Fantastic Beasts movies.
No, I talk about the first one because the first one is actually the best thing to come out of the entire Harry Potter franchise. Yeah, I said it. And the other two are like whatever. I don't have like a burning rage against them like I do some other things, but like I just don't care about them very much.
Just,
I think the
I
first one is really, really good, and the other two are like kind of they're decent. They like if you watch all three of them, they do tell a decent ongoing story. Um, Secrets of
I just
Dumbledore is notably better than Crimes of Grindelwald.
oh for sure. I
Yeah,
don't know. They lost me. They lost me.
I really Johnny Depp was bad casting as Grindelwald. He does not fit that character. I think Mads Mikkelsen does a much better job.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just think
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts was kind of cursed to not do well.
It was. I think maybe if it just stayed as a standalone, it would have been better.
Hmm.
Like, that's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought they were just gonna, like this was, like, opening up the realm of, like, Harry Potter spin-offs in a similar way to, like, Rogue One
Yeah.
and
And
Solo, but obviously
did you
that didn't even
okay,
end up going anywhere.
when you go to Epic Universe, go to the Harry Potter land there and notice that it's when they first released the concept art back in 2019, it
Yeah, I know, it
was
was gonna be
Paris from
Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts
Beasts.
themes, and
And
now
then
it's,
like
like, half Paris, half the Ministry.
I think that it's still going to be Paris, and then the Ministry of Magic will still be the Ministry of Magic of Paris, but then it'll
No,
be
it's
changed.
gonna be the British one. It's the
You're in
British one.
Paris and you walk in and boom, like you're
No, they're
Paris.
gonna do, like, they're gonna do, like, the Flu Network thing.
I know, but you're also changing time periods because then you're going to Harry Potter time.
Well, it could be modern Paris, I guess,
I don't know. It's
or a more modern
I
Paris.
I feel I honestly like I can't even say anything that's bad on Universal Creative. I just think Universal Creative was just that was the at the worst possible time
Yeah, I agree. It
because
was just an unfortunate circumstance, but hey, they have Nintendo now. They're gonna do fine.
by the time they
Like
got
I'm
to
saying, like, I know there's all those Zelda rumors and, like, it's gonna happen just because there's gonna be a Zelda.
oh no, the Zelda rumors they're not rumors. That's for sure happening. There's
It's
no way they're
happening.
not.
Like,
Did you
it
see
was
the
not
patents
the
for the
movie, it's gonna I didn't see any patents, no, but
there were
it's gonna
patents
happen.
for a horse riding AR ride.
Ooh, boy, okay. Ooh, I was wondering what the Zelda ride would be.
And like
Hmm,
they're 100% putting Hyrule in Islands of Adventure to replace the rest of Lost Continent.
I am okay with that. I don't care for Lost Continent, it's fine.
They replaced the good part with Harry Potter, anyways.
Yeah, there you go. Um, okay, let's wrap this up because I have an important question.
Yes,
Do you think FNAF is coming to Halloween Horror Nights?
there's no way it's not.
Thank you. I've said this to so many people. That movie did so well. They already had Freddy Fazbear on Halloween Horror Nights last year, by the way, before the movie came out.
Hmm.
That, like, now that it's done well, has proven
They're making a
successful,
holding ride. They're making a holding
no
ride.
way FNAF is not coming to Halloween Horror Nights. It's
I
so
mean,
easy
buddy,
too. You just need to build the pizzeria, like, and then you walk through it. Done.
yeah, literally. It's they have the brand, and I know Universal Creative has been clawing and
They
going
wanna get on that
crazy
it
for it.
it did so well. It was, like, the highest grossing horror movie
Hmm.
of last year. It did so
I
well.
think they're I think they're still just mainly focused on Epic Universe, but the
Yeah, but once
second
we
that's
get there,
done, they
yeah.
are so going, "All right, we're making this right now." They're gonna put it in Hollywood, like, just in the first park and, like, have it up in, like, 9 months. They are gonna speed this thing out because they need it.
Will it have canon lore to the games?
No.
We'll be like, "This is the new Freddy Fazbear roller coaster," and then it's gonna be like, if you look close, you'll see, like, a golden Freddy.
It's gonna it's gonna be like the, security breach, like, voice. "The Faz Coaster."
"Welcome to the Faz Coaster, our
Yeah, there's
innovative
no
ride
way they're not.
experience." Yeah,
However, the amount of money they
they need
spend
to.
on it now, because the
I
thing
really
is that they're
My only worry is
realizing
that, like, everyone says, like, Simpsons Land is down. I really like Simpsons Land. It's one of my favorites. Don't do it.
I don't think they're getting rid of it. Disney, like, apparently has no interest in, like, changing the deal.
Okay. Okay, good. Because I like their Marvel Land too.
Oh, yeah, Universal ain't budging. Because what I was about to say here is that Universal has realized that people aren't coming to Universal for Nintendo, like, that's not the deciding factor.
I mean, it's gonna be for some people.
Not as many people as it was Harry Potter. Harry
Oh,
Potter
sure. Well,
made
yeah, that
people.
came out that was, like, during the zeitgeist.
Yes.
I was like, during the hype. Yeah. Cool stuff. I think they should do a Bob's Burgers area.
Oh yeah, you personally? You know what? They should do a Godzilla area.
They should do them next to each other.
So we both get what we want.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we can hold hands and then we can split off and you go into Godzilla, I go and then we meet back out. You have a little Godzilla plushie, I have a burger.
I have food. You have happiness.
So I have sustenance and I will live longer and you'll die as we've established.
Okay, the Men in Black ride.
I freaking love that ride. It's so good.
So fun.
Underrated. What it basic they really just said, what if Space Ranger Spin was good? And then they
What if
did it.
Space Ranger Spin was like had Will Smith?
Yeah, a totally non-controversial figure who's never slapped anybody. 10 out of 10. I think I like ranked that third on my list. Like it was really high.
It's a fun ride.
Also, I love Spider-Man.
Their Spider-Man ride, it's decent.
It's
I mean,
fun. It's classic.
it's so clearly outdated with its animation.
That's why it's good.
Eh.
Why did they put someone I know into Inside Out 2?
Who? Me?
Not you. I'll show you afterwards. Um, I've heard it's good, by the way. Okay, random final note. Like the last thing I was expecting from Inside Out 2 was like unanimous praise.
Oh yeah, my family
But
actually
like
went to go see it when they were out of town, and when I wasn't with them,
everyone likes it.
they
What is
said it was
going
good.
on? I did not expect it.
I just gotta say, it's funny that the
Now I want to
one
watch
film
it.
that Disney held off on making for years because they thought it wasn't worthwhile was the film that ended up being like the one of the biggest openings in Pixar history.
And that's Lightyear, baby.
Yeah, literally, like Disney didn't want to do Inside Out 2 because they're like, this
That's
was
weird.
pitched.
I'm shocked they didn't want to do that. That's like one of their most easy sequel tunities. Obviously, it happened and everyone likes it.
Yeah, I think they just kind of
I need
like
to.
didn't see
I
the
want to
point
watch
of
it
it.
now. I had no interest because I was like, yeah, it looks okay.
Me
Now
too,
though,
but
bring it.
I
I'm
want to go
ready.
see it.
I want to
I
see
have a
it. I'm
friend
ready to see
who's she very much wants to go see it, and I'll be like,
it. You go watch it with her. Do it.
one of the last things I do before I die.
What a way to go.
What a way to go!
You
Seeing
can watch
Inside
like you
Out
can see
2.
like the cloud strife knockoff. You can see you can see Fear not voiced by Bill Hader, so therefore like it is gonna be worse, like on principle. And you can have an anxiety attack because anxiety is the antagonist of the movie. So there you go.
I will say the first review I saw of Inside Out 2 was someone saying that this film does, like, in case you're wondering, this film has the correct depiction of a panic attack.
Oh, that's why they had to get rid of Mindy Kaling.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so happy they got rid of her. I think she's like the worst.
She's so annoying in anything that's not The Office, where the joke is that her character's annoying. Then, like, she wrote some good episodes on there.
Honestly, it's funny how the different like actors split off. Rainn Wilson became like a pro mental health guy, really good stuff.
Yeah,
But he is he's actually awesome. He wrote a good book. John Krasinski is
called
a
the
film
Rainn
director.
Wilson book. Yeah, John Krasinski did that If movie
Hmm.
recently. Good for him.
And then what else?
I didn't think it looked very good, but all right,
It looked
good
like
for
a
you, man.
medicine commercial.
I kind of hate Steve Carell's voice in that trailer. Like he's doing the most annoying voice I have had in my life. Which is funny because I watched 7 seasons of him playing as Michael freaking Scott.
And then what happened to the rest of the Office actors?
I don't know. I just know that like they weren't slick about removing Mindy Kaling and BJ Novak in the last season. They just like leave at the beginning. It's like, okay, they're gone. Sure.
It's
Um,
weird thinking about it.
Ed Helms was Captain Underpants.
Oh, wow.
in the Captain Underpants movie.
You know, the first epic movie of only one movie,
Yeah, the first epic movie.
the monology, the one film.
The one film series. Good
They
stuff.
were they were banking on that to be a success.
It's a shame it wasn't. It's really good.
I see why it wasn't though.
Yeah, I just don't like it. It should have been really good.
Honestly, most parents didn't want to take their kids to go see that because it looked kind of obnoxious.
It wasn't. You need to watch it. It was cute.
I mean, honestly, I think the reason why hold up, I'm thinking. What was I talking about? The reason why
You
what the
good?
heck were we talking about? I just
Office.
spaced. Office. Oh yeah, the reason why Captain Underpants sold so many books was entirely because school libraries. Every school library on the face of the earth
True.
ordered 20 copies of it.
Made Dave Pilkey a very rich man.
I mean, it has its own spin-off series now.
And a movie.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Well,
about the movie.
Dog Cup.
Yeah, my sister really likes those. I've read a few. They're very charming. He's like a guy, but he's like a dog guy. It's cool. Jeez. God. I'm getting a
Um,
bucket of water right after we finish this.
and I'm trying to think like, well, okay, Lion King ride better be the goat.
If it's based off the live action ride, I'm not writing it. Like out of protest. I can't do it. I could do Frozen. I can't do that.
Yeah, like honestly, Lion King ride and Bald Mountain. If those two do
Are
come to
good.
fruition, Disney, I will come to your parks annually for the rest of my life.
I would do that anyway just because I like
I love Lion King.
that. I do too.
And Bald Mountain, like imagine the music can go crazy.
Oh god, that'd be
And
really
just
good.
because just imagine where it's just like a black wasteland with like twisted dark trees with no leaves.
I want to
And just
ride
like
with Gaston where he is the roller coaster and you have to like you like ride on his pecs and you got like the drops with his biceps. You like go up the bicep and then you go down. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
you're okay.
I'm falling asleep. Um yeah, Disney Park. So that was the Fish Tank series finale. We did it.
We did it.
Well, the Fish Tank series finale for like 2 years until Tank comes back to life
Until I
on
am
the 3rd
revived.
day. On the 3rd day,
On the third day of the
the
second year.
the stone will be moved and, the tomb will be found empty. And as I'm walking away from the tomb, a gardener will show up and be like, "Yo, how's it going? Our friend is not dead anymore." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he leaves, and it's like, "Wait a minute. Was that him?"
Was that him? It's Encanto, sure, whatever. Lion
Honestly,
King and Bald Mountain,
I
I
really
would
don't
kill
want
a man for.
Encanto to I honestly do not want Encanto to get a sequel. This is, like, unrelated. It would do so much better as, like, a TV show like Tangled got.
I don't know if it's gonna end up getting it. I
I
don't
wa
know.
I don't think a sequel's the way to go. I think it needs a TV show because I all those characters could have, like, their own plot lines that way.
Yeah, there is a
'Cause they're all really good, and I want to see them do more. I just
you
don't
know,
think you could do that in just, like, a sequel. I think it needs a show.
truth be told, okay, hear me on this. In a world where Disney is full of sequels, Walt Disney Animation didn't really like doing them, like really ever.
No,
The
that's
fact,
recent. Yeah, they did, like, the direct-to-video ones from
well, but then
um,
like
but,
pretty
like, it
much for
wasn't
the
until, like, what, Ralph was the first sequel?
in like yeah, in like 15 years.
What a good example to set.
Yeah, and like so it's kind of like that's actually really neat if you ask me. Like it's well, if you ask me, I think that's pretty neat. Where like Walt Disney Animation prefers to do original ideas. But that's changing now, and that terrifies me. That shows you
No,
the
did you
state they're
see
in.
did you see that Pixar interview?
I
Article, whatever?
I think I did. Was it the one where they said we need more sequels?
That's the one. And that original ideas aren't marketable enough because Elemental had the worst like opening weekend or whatever.
Truth
And
be told,
and
it
they
is
didn't
just
make any money off of Turning Red for some reason. Huh, gee, I wonder why.
honestly, I think now, like their original ideas are going to do far better. Elemental picked itself back up. I think
Everyone like they completely skimmed over Lightyear, which is the kind of movie they want to make more of, and that movie was the worst performing Pixar movie ever. Elemental was in theaters long enough and it found its audience. It had a comeback. It did like it was a success by the end, like straight up a success.
yeah.
Um
So like I
and hey,
talked to my
you didn't make any money off Luca and Turning Red because you dropped them on the streaming service, you stupid idiot.
yeah I my parents made the perfect comment in regards to these changes with sequels. If they're going to dump $200 million on a film right now, it's safer to do something like Inside Out 2 than Turning Red when currently their brand trust is at a low minimum,
Yeah, I
but the
just hope
recognition,
I hope they regain that trust somehow
the
and
only
they
way
get
they're
the
going to regain that
confidence
trust,
to get to do originals again. Because like Pixar originals are great.
because we've been talking about like Grr, it's people don't trust them, but then yeah, Inside Out 2 was the biggest opening for an animated film ever.
Ever? Shoot.
I think it just beat Mario.
Wow. Oh, it's a success.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, well,
smash
Pixar's
hit.
back on track.
So yeah, really, I think it's stuff like this where they need to make a every like they're gonna make a good sequel to get people interested as they build up their time to make sure their next original idea is good for when they do have that brand trust again. Because that's what they're doing at Walt Disney Animation. Because
Yes.
did you like they canceled well the guy I know thinks they canceled the original animated film that was supposed to release this fall that they swapped out for Moana 2, which they're rushing out the door.
Oh, for sure.
Because it was meant to be the show. It was meant to be a Disney Plus
The
show.
fact there was no prior announcement of Moana 2 before the teaser was kind of a red flag.
Yeah, because it was meant to
It
be a
doesn't
TV
look
show.
bad, but like still.
Yeah, like here's the story with it. It was going to be a
No,
Disney
I know the
Plus. Yeah.
story. Yeah, it was gonna be a
Well, did
show.
you know that The Rock like wasn't even in it? Like Maui wasn't supposed to be in it, and they added him in when they
Well,
changed it to a movie. So The Rock
that's
did
probably
his voice
Dwayne's
acting.
fault.
Yeah, probably. But they did the voice acting work like 2 months ago,
Interesting.
which is terrible.
If this thing turns out good, it'll be a miracle.
It's gonna be a miracle. Yeah, then like the next 3 years is Zootopia 2 and Frozen 3 and 4.
The f- can we talk about the fact that right after Spider-Verse 2 came out and was the most critically acclaimed animated movie of last year, bar none, Disney, Disney was like, we're doing a two-parter with Frozen.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I can't wait for the ending when alternate universe Anna
When
pins
Arendelle
are
explodes,
yeah, I want like the Prowler scene at the end of Spider-Verse with Anna.
it's the fire Elsa.
Yes! Oh my god. It'd be so funny. Oh,
It's
what are you gonna
the
do?
they're
Two-parter? What are you freaking
like they're trying to make good
like
movies for sure, but the thing is they want to make good movies that people will go and see. Because like Elemental, you can say it found its audience, but its reason for failure was because people just didn't trust Pixar anymore.
Thanks, Lightyear.
Thanks, Lightyear.
It's all
Like
Lightyear's fault. People liked Luca and Turning Red, just Lightyear.
like imagine being such a bad movie, you just turn the whole world against the number one animation studio in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah. because Luca was beloved by everyone who saw it. I don't know a single person who liked Luca.
Really.
Turning Red
They
has like weirdo like man beard haters, but like for who it was aiming for, they loved it.
Oh yeah,
People who
they were
connected
selling
with it
so
and
many plushies when I was in Disney. Like there
people
was so much Turning Red stuff.
yeah, people who connected with Turning Red connected with it hard. Um, and no one connected with Lightyear. I have yet to see a positive review on Light.
Yeah, like, my dad, like my enemy is like me from the future. I related to this movie so much.
Can we point out that it's just like the Lego Movie, but worse?
Literally. Lego Movie 2, yeah.
It's like literally the same twist villain.
Okay, here's the thing though. I want to quickly describe because we're talking about Lightyear. The like
Yep.
impossible track it has been to get that Tomorrowland reboot going. Like no, the Tomorrowland updates.
God, do
It
not turn Space Mountain to Lightyear. I will kill you. I will
Well, they
kill
weren't gonna
everyone in
change
this
it to
room.
Lightyear, but they were gonna change Tomorrowland to be like the future we see in Lightyear.
So the most boring take on the future I've ever seen.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that Lightyear failed.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be mentioning that anytime soon.
So now they're back to square
I
one
would.
for like the
I will
seventh
say,
time.
like the only thing I would be okay with is turning Space Ranger spin to Lightyear because maybe that means they'd touch it up and it would like be better. That's all. Like otherwise, like no, to keep
They just
Lightyear away
They're
from the
finally
park.
getting Wreck-It Ralph into the parks though.
Oh, about time. It's been a while. He got 2 movies. Only one of them was good, but
Only
still.
one of them's good.
Yeah.
Just it's I feel bad for Walt Disney Animation because now they're just cursed to make sequels for the foreseeable future until they feel they can trust themselves with with it.
We should title this episode a sleep deprived theme park finale.
The goodbyes.
The goodbyes. Honk me 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 me.
Mhm.
We're
I just
pushing 3 hours, I
Oh my
think.
gosh.
We've been here a while. This is the longest episode.
Ay ay
Um,
ay.
yeah. Uh, what else? Is there anything else? Oh yeah, Elio. Elio got pushed back to
Yeah,
next
that's
year. I
they just pretty much swapped it in Inside Out too.
I really hope it does well.
I think I have faith in that film. I just think they pushed it back.
Watch them put it on Disney Plus.
They pushed it back so they could get brand trust again.
Hopefully that works. Like I hope Inside Out, like it seems like Inside Out 2 is pretty great. So I
Because
hope
I don't
enough people like it and like fall in love with Pixar again to the point where they'll like go watch Elio just from the name trust,
like
like they used to, and it
I don't
does
know
really
the
well.
yeah, I don't know the production of Inside Out 2 that much, but I'm pretty sure that thing just came out running. Like they just started working on that and just pumped it out.
I think so because it was another. It was kind of like Moana really shortly before like the full reveal.
Yeah.
Like they announced it like D23, and then it was like a few months later we got the teaser. I'm pretty sure, if I remember
I
correctly. I'm tired.
I remember seeing the Raya and the Last Dragon thing like teaser for years.
That movie sucks.
That was
It
so bad.
was terrible. It made me really want a Last Airbender movie, which we're getting now. Yeah. Oh,
Are
Tank,
you
did you watch the live action Last Airbender show?
No.
I did.
Was it all right?
It was all right. I'm doing a huge video on it. Huge.
Ooh.
It's like over an hour. It's massive. It's
Sheesh.
taking me forever, but it will be hopefully worth it because it should be really good. Hopefully, I have a
I
lot
hope
to
so.
say. I love the Last Airbender, so I have a lot of thoughts on the remake. It is night and day compared to the M Night movie, though,
Hmm.
because that movie is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
M. Night Shyamalan, it's like he just was so ashamed of himself, he just disappeared from existence.
You know, it's so funny. He made that movie for his son because his son liked the show. I feel so sorry for that kid. Your dad made the most universally hated thing in the entire fan base.
I
Hey,
don't.
Tank, you should watch Korra.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah,
I might.
yeah,
I
it's on
might
Netflix.
squeeze the time. I want to rewatch Star Wars. Star Wars is magical to me.
Tank, you telling me Star Wars is magical? I know this. Yeah, go into it with my quote on the Jedi being always kind of messy.
Well, actually, honestly, I kind of
That's
like.
like that is a thing that is explored in every trilogy.
Because then you think, like, yeah, the prequels, the Jedi. Like, honestly, I like how
The
the Jedi
prequels
were.
screw the freaking pooch in the prequels.
Well, it's because you think of it, the Jedi kind of are indifferent and they have their own
Yeah,
ideals, but then, yeah, they become just warriors of war when they're not
yeah,
supposed to.
exactly. They're kind of hypocritical, and they fumble the bag, and they let Palpatine take over. They've always been flawed. This isn't a new thing.
And then the originals, yeah, it's. I actually kind of like that idea, but it's.
That is Luke's inner conflict in Return of the Jedi and Empire.
But I guess you can just say people like just misunderstood it so bad
So bad
because
because
like
they
people have
because they
always
grew
known
up
it.
with it, so they built it up in their head. They build up this image. Oh, Luke Skywalker's perfect and he can do no wrong, and the Jedi are the good guys, and they're always the good guys, and they never do anything wrong. And you missed so much subtext and like basic media literacy and explicit storytelling in those original six. And as such, it made you hate things that were not problems with the sequels. And the new shows, like the Jedi, if the I haven't seen Acolyte, obviously, but if the Jedi are being treated as flawed, that's just that's how they are. Like, the Jedi are they do bad things. And like in Clone Wars, sheesh, they do bad things in Clone Wars all the time.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
remember that time when Mace Windu decapitated Jango Fett for no reason?
oh yeah, that was
It's just, like they're not good people.
I
Like they
think just
are,
honestly
they are, but they do bad things.
it was so poorly communicated though when you think of it because then George Lucas approved having the Jedi be merchandised as the heroes.
They are the heroes because look, here's the thing. It's a realistic depiction of like this sort of high stakes war conflict. Palpatine is the bad guy of Star Wars.
He always will be.
He's the explicit villain. He always has been. The Jedi are the good guys. Like what they are fighting for is right. They but like realistic war heroes and realistic good guys in quotes, they have flawed worldviews and they do things that aren't great. They fumble the bag and let Satan take over the galaxy. um so they are the good guys. They can still be marketed as the good guys because yeah, morally their goals are right. You should root for the Jedi to take down Palpatine, but you can still explore the shady things they do. You can explore Mace Windu chopping a guy's head off is not cool. Yoda insisting there is no redeeming Vader when obviously he was wrong because spoiler alert, I don't know if you've seen the ending of Star Wars, but they redeem Vader. Um it's a good thing. Like he's wrong. And that's the point of the movie is that Luke's like, "Hey, I don't agree with what Yoda said. I'm going to redeem Vader." And he does it. And that's how they win.
Huh.
Yeah. I like Star Wars.
Anyways, we went on a long tangent there. Holy cow.
Yeah, look, you want to wake me up, talk about Star Wars, then like I'll be like I'm up. Bring it.
Yeah, we've been going for about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
That's a good length, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What we name this one like theme parks, Star Wars, and sleep deprivation. Oh my!
Oh my. I guess so.
All right. Um, And that wraps up the fish tank, I guess, until Tank comes back from
Season
the dead.
2.
Yeah, season 2. Once
I
Tank goes through all those resurrection papers and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork. It's like that. You've seen Soul? That's a good movie.
Yes.
That guy Terry has all the paperwork. No, he doesn't. I made that up. I made that up. That's not a thing. It's a good movie though. I love Soul.
Maybe we say bye to Craig.
Yeah, Craig. Honestly, he deserves the kudos. He has been here for so long.
He's been since the start.
Yes, Craig. I love you, boo. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Craig.